Welcome in Piedmont University Athletics here. Welcome in Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. Brett Lotz is alongside me, Joe Garwood, in game one of this three-game set. First USA South Conference matchup for the Lions this season as they'll play host to the Brevard College Tornadoes. Joe Garwood, starting nine for the visiting Brevard College Tornadoes.
Brett, we got for the Tornadoes, leading off the right fielder, Zach Allison, batting second. Leader in the conference and nation in stolen bases, Blake Burchett. Batting third, the shortstop, Jason Jucker. Batting cleanup, the left fielder, Logan Clark. Batting fifth is the third baseman, Frankie Vasquez. Batting sixth is the first baseman, Cale Ayler. The DH hitting seventh is number 12, Peter Famero. Batting eighth is the catcher, Brett Burchett. And batting ninth, the center fielder, Jack Atkinson.
For your lines is P1 night. Happy P1 night every Friday night here at the Milk Jug. Is Peyton Irvin starting on the mound behind home plate. Tyler Nelson at first. Owen Helgeson at second. Jack Gilson and at short. Scotty Line at third. Kyle Carlson. Left to right in your outfield. Alex Gonzalez, Carter Ballstat, and Noah Aaron. And Joe Garwood, 8-9-1 Lions play host to the Brevard College Tornadoes. This is the first USA South game and get best of three series for the Lions this year in the USA South Conference play. Last weekend, though, Brevard able to win their first conference series.
It'll be interesting with the Lions. They are getting things started in the conference a little bit later than usual. They are looking to kind of stop a little bit of a skid. Lions struggling a little bit in the month of March. The schedule has been difficult. Piedmont has played no cupcake opponents on this schedule so far, Brett. So we'll see what Peyton Irvin can do. We really need to set the tone for this series on Friday night. You want your starter to go deep into the ball game so you can save your bullpen for the weekend.
As Justin Scally described it the other day when I spoke with him, the hardest non-conference schedule in Division III baseball. Now the Lions get to settle in and start conference play here tonight, and it'll be leading us off the right fielder, Zach Allison. P1's going to toe in there on the rubber, and we're going to get started here right at 7 p.m.
Allison hitting near 400. The top of this Brevard lineup is really tough. So we'll see how Irvin navigates that.
First pitch, strike, 0-1 count now. Now, as you mentioned, it'll be Allison, Burchett, and Jucker. Burchett has been very greedy on the base pass this year, 20 for 26 as he leads the nation. 0-1 on the way. This is fouled up and out of play behind us, 0-2.
Key for Irvin will be limiting base runners early. Brevard as a team, we mentioned Burchett at 20 stolen bases as a team. Brevard leads the USA South with 61 stolen bases. They have also led the league in caught stealing, but they are aggressive on the base pass.
P1 quickly works ahead here into the windup. 0-2 on the way. This one's sitting down the third. It'll touch the top of the bag. Carlson sends it across the infield. A good scoop there from Owen Helgeson for out number one. Had to make a tough backhanded play there, Kyle Carlson, but Joe Garwood, that was smooth as silk on the pickup from Owen Helgeson at first.
Outstanding play. Good job by Carlson, too. If you're not going to be able to get it there, it's almost better to bounce it earlier. It gives the first baseman a little more time to react and pick that ball. So, great defensive play. The Lions have struggled a little bit defensively as of late, so it's good to see the infield defense strong to start this game off.
First pitch on the way here to the two-hole, Blake Burchett. 1-0 count now as that one bounces in the dirt.
Burchett, as we mentioned, a menace on the base pass. Hitting .403. Not only is he stealing bases, he's also getting on base at a high rate as he sends one out to center field. Carter's
going to retreat a little bit towards the warning track, and he'll catch it out there for out number two. Noah Aaron will fire it back into the infield. So now with two outs, this will bring up the three-hole hitter, the shortstop, Jason Jucker. And Jason Jucker just continues a line of a very top-heavy Brevard College lineup.
Jucker been a big run producer behind Burchett and Allison. He's second in the USA South, 29 RBIs this season for the shortstop.
First pitch on the way to him. Looked like he caught the outer half, maybe a little bit too far out on that curveball from P1. 1 ball, no strikes now. Again, a beautiful night here in Demerstier. Game 1 of 3 of this series. 1-0 on the way. Chop towards the Lions dugout, even us up at 1-1. Don't forget tomorrow afternoon in Game 2 of this series, it is Alumni Day. So all the alumni who watch us here on Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube, make sure you come out and support the Lions. We'll have a food truck, a bouncy house for the kids, the whole nine. And obviously we'll have Lions baseball as well. For more information, you can go over to the PU Lions Baseball Instagram page. 1-1 on the way. Swing and a miss there. As P1 will get ahead, 1 ball and 2 strikes now here with 2 outs.
We've seen Irvin a strong start. He's gotten ahead in the count on both of the first two batters. He's gotten a ground out and a fly out. We'll see if he can finish it out with a strikeout.
Peyton looking for the sign. 1-2 on the way. This one's sent out deep in the air. It'll be in left field. God's trying to chase after it. He'll catch it for out number 3. 1-2-3 inning from P1. That's a great way to start conference play. Is 1-2-3 due up in the bottom half here for the Lions. 0-0 ball game between the Tornadoes and the Lions. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. Welcome back here, Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Brett Loftus, Joe Garwood, starting 9 for your Lions. Should I say the batting lineup for the Lions? Noah Aaron, Alex Gonzalez, Carter Ballstat, Hunter Kane, Kyle Carlson, Tyler Nelson, Owen Helgeson, Scotty Lyon, and Jack Gilson in 1 through 9. And then defensively, what the Tornadoes look like there, Joe?
The outfield left to right, we got Logan Clark, Jack Atkinson, and Zach Allison. Left side of the infield is going to be Frankie Vasquez, and the shortstop Jason Junker. The right side will be Blake Burchett and Cale Ayler. Behind the plate will be Brett Burchett, catching for the starting pitcher Matthew Scavato. Left-hander has been around for a while for the Tornadoes.
First pitch on the way to Noah Aaron. Big breaking ball, catch the outer half, 0-1.
Scavato local with a low 4s ERA. Last time he took the mound here at the Milk Jug was as a freshman. He did not make it out of the first inning, as he'll stop and start there to Noah Aaron.
Scavato throwing it from the left side, sleeveless here in this sub-50-degree weather. Another breaking ball. Noah Aaron takes a swing and a miss at that one. He's quickly behind. No balls and 2 strikes. Noah Aaron getting only his 3rd start as a Lion. He's made the most of it so far this year, though. As he'll wait on the 0-2. That'll be way off the plate there. 1 ball, 2 strikes now.
Aaron comes in, 286 average. He's only made 2 starts on the year, as he's been a recent addition to the starting lineup. Coach Justin Scally trying to get some more offense, jumpstart this Piedmont lineup.
1-2 on the way to Noah. Noah chops one to the left side of the infield. Hit out to the shortstop, Junker. Junker gets it out of his glove. Noah beats it for an infield single. That shows some hustle and some heart right there. Noah Aaron leadoff infield single, and this will bring up the left fielder, the 5th-year senior Alex Gonzalez.
Great speed by Noah Aaron. He's a guy, prototypical leadoff hitter with outstanding speed. When the shortstop Junker let that second hop go, he had to play it off of his heels. He wasn't able to get much on that throw, and just enough for Aaron to leg out that infield single. We'll see if he's in motion. He has not attempted a stolen base this season, but certainly has the speed to do so. 52
degrees is what our weather channel says. Here's the first pitch on the way to Gons. He'll take that one low. 1-0 count now. Wind blowing, Joe Garwood. We actually have a wind advisory issued out here in Habersham County, blowing 13 miles per hour towards the southeast. 1-0 on the way to Gons. Big curveball catches a zone. 1 ball, 1 strike count now.
Gonzalez hit it, moved up to the 2 spot. You might think it's a little weird. He's only hitting 169 on the year, but he gets on base at a 375 clip. He is very adept at drawing walks as Aaron chased back to first base on the pickoff.
Yes, Scavato, good first move over there as Noah had to wait a little bit, and he finally got back in time. Waited a little bit too long. This Scavato will come set. He'll deliver home this time. Gons fights that one off into the net. And again, we'll see Scavato work ahead. 1 ball, 2 strikes now.
Interesting thing to note, Scavato, left-handed pitcher. Piedmont has a heavy right-handed lineup. I believe, yeah, they are all right-handed. All 9 hitters that Scavado will face will be from the right side for Piedmont.
Really, the only left-handed hitter we've seen for the Lions this year has been James Whitmer. 1-2 on the way. That one up at the wrist. Even us up at 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Gons.
Looks like Scavado was trying to break a back foot breaking ball in there and didn't quite come out of his hand right. Good job by Gonzalez to spit on it as Scavado tries to the little step off and try to catch Aaron napping, but Aaron is back safely.
Yeah, he bounced that one over there. As he'll come set now, even count to Gons. No Aaron on first. 2-2 delivered home. This one sent out to second base. Burchett 4, 6, 3. And they'll get him at first, and that'll be a double play. Taylor made to second, and now with 2 outs, this will bring up to the plate the center fielder Carter Ballstat.
That was about as tailor-made as it get. It was hit pretty sharply, maybe a little off the end of the bat, but just a one easy hop for the second baseman. And nice little spin move there by the shortstop Joker to turn it and get Gonzalez by a half step. As Carter Ballstat steps in, his average has finally fallen below 400. We'll see if he can get that corrected tonight.
He'll take a first pitch ball in the dirt, 1-0 count now. Yeah, Carter started the year on a hot streak for the ages. He's caught a little bit of a cold streak, even though he's continued his own base streak. As the 1-0's on the way to him here. That again will be in the dirt, 2 balls and no strikes. Carter has reached base in every single Lions game this year, including all 18. As he had a 15-game hitting streak there that was ended in the last home set. 2-0 on the way to Carter here from Scavado. He'll foul this one down the line and out of play, 2-1.
Yeah, when you start with the absolutely outrageous pace that Carter did to start this season, it's going to be impossible to keep that up over a full year. I mean, it's impressive that even with the recent little bit of a cold spell, he's still hitting 397. He's slugging 794. He's getting on base at an over 500
He sends
clip.
one to deep left center field. That ball keeps carrying to the wall. It hits off the wall. Oh, my gosh. About 2 feet from clearing it. Carter Ballstat with about the longest double you'll see in your life. With a 2-out double, he stands on second. That a way to end a bit of a cold streak there. And now up to the plate, the cleanup hitter, Hunter Kane.
That was one where if we have a little bit of breeze blowing in, if not for that, that ball was going to be gone. That was so close to clearing the fence and nearly the deepest part of the yard, near left center field.
Literally, if you see that yellow line out there on the wall on your screen, that ball probably hit about 3 feet below it. Carter just misses his 6th homer of the year. First pitch on the way to Hunter Kane. That'll be in the dirt. 1-0 count now. We talked about Blake Burchett out there playing second. As so far this season, he has 20 stolen bases. Carter has 17, as he'll stand out there on second.
Both players near tops in the nation in stolen bases.
1-0 on the way to Hunter Kane, up and out of his own, 2-0 now. Seems like Scavado, even though he was able to get ahead there 1 and 2 to the top 2 guys, seems like he was not able to fight too well against Carter, and now Hunter Kane's ahead 2-0. See what he can do here. Hunter will take another one in the dirt. Battle head 3-0 now.
Looks like with first base open, Scavado, 3-0 count. We'll see what he gives Kane. We'll see if Kane has the green light, too. He's definitely got power, second on the team with 4 home runs this season.
Kyle Carlson standing on deck. You don't want to face that young phenom with 2 guys on. We'll see what Scavado can do here. He'll look in and come set. He'll check back at second once, twice. 3-0 on the way. Hunter had the red light all the way there as that'll catch the outer half. Big breaking ball. 3-1 count now.
If you're Scavado, you don't want to give him that pitch again because no doubt Hunter Kane will have the green light on this 3-1 pitch.
3-1 on the way. A big breaking ball in the dirt. Carter will take off for third. He's able to get there. 5-pitch walk to Hunter Kane. And now with runners on the corners and 2 away here at the bottom half of the first, this will bring up the freshman phenom of Kyle Carlson.
Carlson's been outstanding. Comes in hitting .361. He's got 3 home runs himself. 16 runs driven in. He's slugging .611. And he's the guy you want up in this spot. This 3-4-5 you're looking at from the Brevard perspective. These are the 3 that you don't want to let beat you in this Piedmont lineup. And now all 3 getting a chance to do some damage here in the first inning.
First pitch on the way to Kyle. It's a high strike, but it does catch the top of the zone. 0-1. First really fastball we've seen from Scavado. He's worked off a lot of, it looked like a 12-6 curveball and a changeup so far. As he'll throw the heat right there. As he'll come set, 0-1 on the way. This one sent out to the shortstop right on the line to Jucker, and he'll catch it for out number 3. 2 hits there. Lions not able to bring any of them home. No well-hit ball from Kyle Carlson in the inning. We're still deadlocked at 0 heading to the top of the second. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics here on Back here, Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. I'm Brett Loftus, and joining me on this cold evening here in Demers, GA, Mr. Joe Garwood. As Peyton Irvin is going to begin his second inning work here in the top of the second inning against the Tornadoes. He'll have to face the middle of the lineup here. Is leading us off the left fielder Logan Clark. 4, 5, and 6 due up.
Logan Clark has been a problem out of that cleanup spot. 347, leads the team with 14 RBIs, or second on the team, third on the team with 14 RBIs, rather.
Big swing and miss at that breaking ball from P1. 0-1 count now.
Good job with Irvin pitching backwards there, trying to steal a strike with a first pitch get over breaking ball. Got a swing and miss at it, actually.
0-1 fastball. That's going to be just a little low there. 1-1 now. And again, the clouds look a little wicked here this evening, as we got some gray clouds in the air, but we also got the sunset peeking through. It's what I like to call an abstract evening here in Demers A, and a pretty good one for baseball. Big breaking ball, just catches a strike zone there. Good pitch from P on a 1-1 count to work ahead now. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Once again, Irvin getting ahead in the count. We'll see if he goes to the breaking ball or high fastball to try to finish off Clark.
1-2 on the way. Clark just got that one. This is another breaking ball on the top of the zone, as it'll be fouled off there. 1-2 to be done for a second time now.
I think if you asked Peyton there, he may have gotten away with one, left a breaking ball spinning up in the zone. We'll see if he can use that. Maybe try to throw a high fastball off of that same plane, see if he can get a swing and miss just above the strike zone.
Peyton's 1-2 delivery on the way. Another fastball. This one fouled towards the Lions dugout. His Game 2 starter, Braden Sims, will catch that one. As Sims, probable starter for tomorrow. Jake Garner, the probable starter for Game 3 there on Sunday. One, two on the way from Peyton. Another big breaking ball there. Just not able to get on top of it, as we'll be even now at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, went above the zone that time. He tried to go down and in the previous pitch. Maybe something breaking down and away just off the plate. See if he can get a chase from Clark.
Maybe a changeup or a fastball look here might not be the worst. Now Peyton into the delivery. 2-2. This one chopped back up the middle. Having to make the play. Scotty Lyon. He'll gather it up. Throw fastball to first. It'll get him by half a step there for out number 1. A web jib there from Scotty Lyon just to get to it. And he fires a strike over the diamond for out number 1.
Nice play there by Lyon, having to move to his left. And then the key there, it's a transfer, because you're going to have to get that out of your glove quick with a fast runner going down the line. Nice play by Lyon. A couple good defensive plays in the early going by the left side of this Piedmont defense.
Third baseman, the 5-hole hitter, Frankie Vasquez, up to the dish. And this freshman's made a big impact this year, Joe Garwood.
383, a home run, 10 RBIs. He has been very productive to start his Brevard career.
Fastball going to be off the plate there to Vasquez. 1-0 count now. 1-0 on the way. This one sent way up in the air out to left field. Line going in shallow left field. Alex Gonzalez will call him off. He'll catch it out there for out number 2. 5 up and 5 down now for Peyton as a 6-hole hitter. The first baseman, Cale Ayler, steps up.
Ayler also another high 300s batting average. He's hitting 387. He's got a home run. He's driven in 21 runs, second on the team behind Jucker. Left-handed bat for the Tornadoes.
Left-handed bat here, righty-lefty matchup. First one on the way to him. Big breaking ball at the knees. 0-1 count now.
Like what I'm seeing from Peyton Irvin, he's constantly pitching to contact, pitching ahead in the count, trusting his defense, and his defense has not let him down so far.
Peyton will take a step off. He'll step back on now. Again, no ball, 1 strike count here with 2 outs in the top of the second. Big breaking ball, just catches the outer half there. Great pitch from P1. 0-2 count now with 2 outs.
Another great pitch by Irvin. Little backdoor curveball there that Ayler gave up on, and Irvin got the call in the outside corner. Now he's got a lot of options to go to. He's gone soft the first 2. We'll see if he speeds him up.
Peyton into the windup. 0-2 on the way. Fastball just chopped off there into the Brevard dugout. We'll do 0-2 yet again.
Good competitive pitch there by Irvin. A lot of times you see pitchers be too afraid to give up an 0-2 hit, so then they just waste a pitch that the batter has no chance to swing at. That was a good competitive pitch. It was a little in off the plate. Got to give Ayler credit for spoiling that one. but still, it opens up a lot of possibilities. You're still ahead in the count 0-2 now.
0-2 from P1 on the way. Big breaking ball there. Sit back up the middle. Scotty Lyon will dive out for that one. Bit of the same play. Ball hit a little bit harder. Now, Ayler, we get the first hit of the ball game for the Tornadoes, a 2-out single.
No, that was an 0-2 hit that he gave up, but that was still not a bad pitch. Good piece of hitting. You got to credit Ayler. Hit a ground ball. Ground ball is probably what you want to get. That was just placed in the right spot. Outstretched arms of Lyon. Couldn't quite make the play.
And again, Peyton, he pitches the contact, even though I know you look at his stats and he's got 27 strikeouts this year. He does pitch to an awful lot of contacts. Obviously, he's going to give up hits. Not a hard hit ball by any means, and a good first single, still a good first single, rather, should I say, for the Tornadoes and for Cale Ayler. Now to DH, Peter Fumero up to the dish. First pitch on the way to him, be in the dirt. Smothered there by Tyler Nelson, 1-0 count.
Finally seeing a Brevard hitter with a batting average below 300, although his is barely. He's hitting still at 278. He's got a homer and 7 RBIs.
Fumero back to swinging it on the right side here. As Peyton will look in and get the sign, come set. First time in the evening that he's had to go out of the stretch. 1-0 on the way. Fastball, big swing and a miss there from Fumero, even us back up at 1-1.
Good pitch there by Irvin. Fell behind the count, but then challenged Fumero with a good fastball, well located down at the knees, outside corner of the plate. Great competitive pitch to get back in the count.
Defense playing straight up here against Fumero. Defense playing a little deeper. As Peyton will check over to first. Oh, Tyler Nelson gave a half fist pump there. He thought Peyton got Ayler over there at first. Instead, we'll have to do the 1-1 here yet again at the plate. Almost caught Ayler leaning over there a little bit, Joe.
He did. 2 outs. This might not be a bad situation to run if you're Brevard. Try to get a runner in a scoring position with 2 outs to get another C&I single, maybe to steal that first run of the ball game. But good pickoff move there by Irvin.
1-1 on the way. This one hit up in the air. Jack Gilson gets his nose under it at second, and he'll catch it for out number 3. A single from Cale Ayler there. That's all Brevard's able to get. Still deadlocked at 0 heading to the bottom of the second inning. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. Welcome back here to Loudermilk Field. A beautiful Friday night and a great night for baseball. A little bit colder than you'd think here in the spring, as we got our first conference game and the first conference series here between your Piedmont Lions and the Brevard College Tornadoes here. This will be the last time the Tornadoes and the Lions face each other in USA South Conference plays. The Lions are moving to the Collegiate Conference of the South next year. First pitch on the way to Tyler Nelson. He'll chop one down to third, and it'll be thrown over to first for out number 1. As Nelly leads off the inning, and now to the dish, Owen Helgeson.
First pitch swing there by Nelson. Just nice little play there by the third baseman Vasquez. We'll see if Owen Helgeson can get the rally started with 1 out. Helgeson comes in, 188 average, mostly part-time duty, pinch hit duty so far. We'll see if he can add a spark to this lineup. At the bottom of the order, he's got a little bit of power in his bat.
As Owen will take a first pitch strike, 0-1. And really what Owen brings to the dish, Joe Garwood, or brings to the field, rather, should I say, is his defense. He's the best defender that the Lions have on their roster at first base, and we've been able to see that a few times here tonight. 0-1 on the way there to O. He'll fight this one off down the right field line. It'll be out of play into the forestry down the right field line, 0-2.
So one of the other options at first base that we've seen Hunter Kane play there some. He's DHing tonight. We've seen James Whitmer, but he's a left-handed hitter against the left-handed pitching Scavato. Maybe Justin Scally trying to get the platoon advantage by going with Helgeson.
0-2 on the way. Big breaking ball there. Actually bounces out of the glove of Brent Burchett to the backstop. 1-2 now.
One key for the Lions this year, kind of going forward into conference play to think about is, you have production that in 3-4-5 with Ballstat, Kane, and Carlson has been good. Getting production out of the bottom of that lineup will be critical for the Lions as they go forward in conference play. Some younger guys there. You got a junior, a freshman, a couple of sophomores. If those guys can make it a little more comfortable, as Helgeson swings through that one.
Swing and a miss there. He had worked it to a 2-2 count and then swung it a breaking ball out of the zone as he'll strike out there for out number 2. Now up to the dish. You mentioned we got a lot of underclassmen. Got an upperclassman here in the junior shortstop, Scotty Lyon.
Lions been a little bit hot of late. Got that batting average up to 265 on the season. No homers, 8 RBIs. Did hit 4 home runs last year. Has over-the-fence power.
And the thing for Scott last year, I'm not saying Scott, he's been able to kind of warm up a little bit. It's a swing and miss there. He really hit his groove last year in conference play, where he hit the majority of his homers last year as well. So hopefully we can see the same here starting USA South Conference play this evening, as that'll even us up 1-1.
And the one thing you hope for a lot of these, especially the younger guys, is that they faced about as tough a pitching as they're going to see all year in the non-conference season. Maybe they start seeing the pitching gets a little bit, let's say, not quite as filthy.
Yeah.
And maybe they'll see some balls drop in, get a little more confidence, and then start to settle in as we get into the real key part of the season.
2-1 turns to 3-1, and that one's off the plate there. 3 balls and 1 strike here.
It's a big at bat for Lyon here. If you get him, if he can reach base, you'll get Gilson enough. That'll clear the 9 spot and get the top of the order leading off the top or the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Good little pitch there by Scavato. We really have seen him go on the outer half of the plate. Have not seen him come inside very often to these right-handed hitters for Piedmont.
3-2 on the way. That's going to be low and inside there, and that'll be a walk as we had our first deuces wild on the evening as well. As Scotty Lyon will trot on down to first. The Brevard faithful did not like that one. Look like a good fastball at the knees on the inner half, and I'll have to say, I think the Lions got a blessing there, as this will bring up the 9-hole of second baseman Jack Gilson.
That was a good pitch by Scavato. The catcher, Burchett, was about halfway back to the dugout. He thought that was going to be a called strike 3.
This one will get away from Burchett. Scotty Lyon will advance to second and round out there. 1-0 count now to Jack Gilson.
Burchett will definitely want to have that one back. That's a big pass ball there as Gilson now has a chance with the runner in scoring position and 2 outs. We'll see if he can find a hole and poke one through the infield.
1-0 on the way to Jack. Again in the dirt. Scott's halfway up the line. Burchett can't find the ball. As Scotty around the bag, Scavato will actually come down the third baseline and get that one. 2 balls and no strikes now as Gilly works ahead. And sure enough, he starts the AB with a guy on first. Now in a hitter's count and a runner on third. Lions have a really, really good shot here to bring home their first run of the ball game.
Now pressure on Burchett as the pass ball, the wild pitch, and now you can't have another one. That's Gilson's worked ahead 3-0. We'll see if Scavato might be a little rattled too. You see it a lot of times when a pitcher thinks that he's made a good enough pitch to get strike 3 to end the inning and the umpire does not give him the call. Sometimes it can rattle you.
That'll be low and away there. Catches his own no good pitch from Scavato. 3-1 now. And again, you don't want to walk Jack because then you put guys on the corners with 2 outs and you give it to your leadoff man, Noah Aaron. And Noah Aaron's been about as hot as a firecracker. 3-1 on the way there to Gilly. He'll send it down to first base line. Good diving play there from Ayler. He'll still step on first anyway, but he caught that one in the air for out number 3. Scotty Lyon able to walk and get all the way around the third, not able to bring him in there. The Lions and Tornadoes tied at 0 after 2 frames. Heading to the top of the third, you're listening to Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. Brett Loftus, Joe Garwood from the beautiful Demorest, GA here in the northeast Georgian mountains as we're starting USA South Conference play. The last time these two teams will actually ever have a conference series against each other as the Lions move on to the CCS, the Collegiate Conference of the South, next year, and Brevard will stay in the USA South as we'll begin the top half of the third inning. Brett Burchett, the 8-hole hitter and the catcher, will lead us off here. I'm Brett Loftus alongside me Joe Garwood. And Joe, hopefully for Brevard and for Burchett's sake, he can kind of capitalize off that shoddy defensive half inning he just had as a swing and a miss at that one, 0-1.
Burchett struggling a little bit at the dish this year, just 3 for 18, small sample size, hitting 167. And if you're Irvin, you've been cruising through the first two, you've been pitching to contact, you want to keep attacking here, especially against the 8-9 hitters in this lineup. As we mentioned at the top, Brevard is a very top-heavy lineup. They are been incredibly productive at the top of the order. Falls off, as most lineups do, at the bottom, but maybe a little more dramatically than most.
1-1 on the way there. Swing and a miss there. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Brett Burchett.
Looks like Irvin in the early going, Brad. He's got command of all of his pitches. He's got a pretty wide arsenal, and he's commanding all of them to both sides of the plate in the early going.
Peyton ahead, 1-2. Here he comes with it. That'll catch the outer half. Oh, my. Home plate umpire says it didn't. That looks like a give-me-back call there for Scott Lyons' walk.
Kind of tough to tell. Not sure if Nelson was set up off the plate, as we sometimes see with an early head in the count.
This one hit off the end of the bat, out to Gilson in at second. Jack has some trouble with it there, not able to gather it up. And that'll be a leadoff base runner there. Sure, they'll give that an E4. Actually, Jack Gilson's first error of the year. Gilly was the only Lions defender coming into tonight that had over 30 defensive chances without an error. And Gilson, that perfect fielding percentage no more, as now Burchett stands over there on first, and the center fielder Jack Atkinson up at the dish.
It's a perfect embodiment of nobody's perfect. He's got to shrug it off if you're Gilson and make the next play. As Irvin is a pitch to contact guy, he's been getting a lot of ground balls early on.
Swing and a miss at that one there from Atkinson, 0-1.
Atkinson, center fielder, hit at the bottom of the order. He's started 19 games. He is hitting .222, no homers, 7 RBIs for the number 9 hitter. If you're Irvin here, maybe an opportunity to get double play. He's been getting the ground ball frequently here so far this game.
Peyton pitching out of the stretch. 0-1 on the way to him. Atkinson a square around the bunt. This one will fall in the dirt. Blocked there by Nelly. Is Alice Atkinson, there, had the bunt around, able to draw it back in time. Will even us up at 1-1.
Atkinson, good speed, center fielder. He's stolen 10 out of 10 on the base pass. Good opportunity to bunt here, try to get a runner in a scoring position for that top of the order. We'll see what he does with the 1-1.
Peyton, he'll check over at first. He'll try to tap Burchett's kneecap as he'll get back there in time. You do have Brett Burchett, and you also have Blake Burchett in this lineup. We presume they are brothers. They both attended the same high school, both from Mooresville, North Carolina. So we can only assume that they are brothers. As the older Burchett standing out there on first and behind the plate, Brett, he's a senior, is not able to get this one around. Not a strike, apparently. 2 balls and 1 strike. As the second base umpire will agree that they got the bunt back in time, 2-1. We're not seeing the inner half or the outer half called tonight. That home plate that is usually about, 17 inches is being shrunk down to about 15 so far tonight, Joe.
It's been a little bit of a tighter zone, maybe more of a by-the-book strike zone. Sometimes Division III, even all college baseball, you'll see umpires be a little more generous on the corners.
They'll try to catch Burchett Lack, and he almost did as he took a front step towards second. Pickoff play not successful, though. Still 2-1 at the dish here. And for Peyton, you don't want to see him get out of a groove he's been in the first 2 frames.
If you're Irvin, you especially got squaring a bunt, and he does not square here.
This one just chopped into left field as Burchett around second. Gonzalez will come up throwing out there and left. And now an E4 and then a single puts 2 base runners on, and we'll turn over the lineup card as the Tornadoes will bring up the right fielder, Zach Allison.
Here's where if you're the Lions, you do not want to let this thing snowball. We've seen in this tough stretch, so a lot of things like this happen. You have a couple good defensive plays early. Gilson makes the first error of the year, and then you get a ground ball that it's literally chopped over the third baseman's head of Carlson. Nothing you can do. Irvin got the result he wanted, just an unlucky play. But now you can't let it affect you. He's got to battle through, keep the damage to a minimum.
Allison, he'll take one up and out of the zone there. 1 ball, no strike count here. No outs. Runners on first and second. Owens playing on the edge of the infield grass down there at first. I think he might be expecting a bunt here.
Allison was tired on a ground out. Nice play by Kyle Carlson to start this ball game.
1-0 on the way. This one will be chopped on and fouled off, leaving us up at 1-1.
One thing we have not seen so far, Brevard has not made a lot of hard contact. We had the somewhat deep fly out by the 2-hitter, Blake Burchett, back in the first inning, but we have not seen a ton of hard hit balls so far. If you're Irvin, you just got to keep making the same pitches, keep commanding your pitches, and things you will hopefully fall into place for him.
Peyton, a competitor here, trying to compete and get out of this top half of the third. First danger he's encountered tonight. 1-1, he'll step off here, and he'll pump fake, reset that clock. As we've had this year, 20-second timer on the pitchers. That's why a lot of times, again, you'll see him step off the rubber and pump fake back to second. As Burchett stands on second, Atkinson on first. Allison at the dish here. Still 0-0 ball game, no outs, top of the third. 1-1, big breaking ball there, just catches the inner half. Great pitch there from P1 to get ahead 1-2 now.
Those ones with breaking balls that probably didn't break like Irvin wanted to, but sometimes there's balls that spin and almost kind of back up and come into a right-handed hitter, work out in the pitcher's favor. Maybe not what he intended to do, but a strike nonetheless. Now he's got some options up on the count 1-2.
Peyton will look at second once. Long time. 1-2 delivered home. This one just chopped off the plate there. Good fight shown here by Zach Allison as we'll do 1-2 yet again.
We've seen Irvin go inside or inner half of the plate, maybe not even by design on the last 2 pitches. We'll see if he tries to bury one. That good curveball that he has right off the kind of low at the ankles in the left-handed batter's box. See if he can get a chase.
Peyton will look in from the side. Tyler Nelson will give it to him. P1 will come set, 1-2 on the way. This will chop back up the middle to Gilly. 4, they'll show it over to second, and it just took too long to get to him. Atkinson safe at second, as we'll see Allison reach over there at first by fielder's choice. And now with the bases loaded, coming up to the plate is going to be Blake Burchett, perhaps the best hitter in the lineup so far for the Tornadoes.
It's another play. We've seen 2 balls.
So check on the runner over there at first, or excuse me, the runner at second. He's now over at standing at first as the head coach Mike Victory for the Tornadoes will come out. Looks like we might have an issue here for Jack Atkinson as he'll emerge into the dugout. Not sure if he's stepping out of the ball game or not.
Saw Piedmont athletic trainer Courtney Zimba walk over to the first base dugout to attend to Atkinson. Irvin will toss. We've got to give a shout out to the athletic trainers. It's National Athletic Training Month in March. Shout out to them for all the hard work that they put in.
And they're the reason these Lions athletes, these student athletes, can continue doing what they're doing, man. You get beat and banged up through a long grind of a season like baseball or basketball or any sport that we have here on the campus of Piedmont University. Those athletic trainers are a big reason that the Lions student athletes are able to continue on. Back to the diamond, though, here. Joe, we just had some unlucky plays here for Peyton Irvin. You give up. You think what is a ground ball, easy ground ball for out number 1. Jack Gilson didn't have some trouble with it, E4. Then a ball that just hits the grass the right way, chops it out in the left field for a single there for Atkinson. And then Allison sends just a big chopper back up the middle. And, I mean, Gilson does what he's supposed to do that time. Ball just takes forever to get to him. And now it seems like you got bases loaded, no outs. And how did we get here almost?
Yeah, the last 2 at-bats have both been chopped into the ground. I mean, they've gone a distance of like 2 feet combined. That was one where Gilson, once he was unable to get that ball in that first big hop, there was really no play that he had. There was not going to be a play at first base. And the runner, good read by the runner Atkinson to slide in just ahead of the throw. Really nothing you can do there. Here's where if you're Irvin, you've gotten some bad luck. You've made 3 pitches that you think should have resulted in outs, and now you have no outs and the bases loaded and the 2-hitter up. You just got to keep battling and try to limit the damage. You got to accept that you're probably going to give up some runs this inning. You just don't want to make it a 4, 5, 6-run inning.
This is where you got to continue to compete. First pitch on the way to Burchett. He'll send this one down the right field line, and it'll go out of play. 0-1 count now. Burchett Blake Burchett at the dish now. Might look a little short on your screen at 5'7", 140, but, man, let me tell you what. This guy has been one of the best players in Division III so far this year. He has been absolutely incredible and exactly who the Tornadoes want at the dish right now. As the 0-1 on the way to him, he'll take a breaking ball there, away and off the plate, 1-1. And, Joe, I think that's a big talking point. A lot of the guys that maybe got overlooked by Division I schools because of their stature, able to come in here and just prosper at the Division III level.
Yeah, Burchett, you look at him, he's hitting .403. He's walked 15 times and only struck out 13. He's stolen 20 bases. Like, he has been about as good as anybody in this conference and even across the country. 1-1
on the way to him. Good play there from Tyler Nelson. Potentially saved a run as he'll block that one in front of him. Burchett works ahead 2-1. He's trying to drive in the other Burchett down there at third as Brett Burchett stands there on second. It'll be Atkinson and over there on first, Allison. And that's how we got the bases juiced here. 2-1 count. Still a 0-0 ball game. No outs, top of the third inning. P1's 2-1 on the way. Out to catch the top of the zone. Good pitch there to even us back up at 2-2.
Great pitch there by Irvin to get back in the count. That was absolutely huge. Now we'll see if he can finish off Burchett, which will not be easy. This is, when you mentioned Burchett, he is not the guy you want to face with the bases loaded and nobody out. We'll see if Irvin can overcome the challenge.
Big pitch, 2-2 on the way. This one sent out to Gilson in at second. The only play is at first. That will produce a run. So Burchett drives in Burchett, and they'll trade a run for an out as now 2 runners on in scoring position at second and third. 1 out here in the top of the third, and the Tornadoes take a 1-0 lead.
Run will be unearned as Brett Burchett reached on the air to start the inning. That's a good play by Gilson, though. He's seen the ball find him 3 times this inning. That time there was probably be tempted to try to go and cut that lead or one of the lead runners off at second base. Took the sure out at first. That's what I talk about, limiting the damage. That was big. Get that first out on the board, and now you can see some light at the end of the tunnel if you're Peyton Irvin.
Peyton's first pitch on the way here to the 3-hole hitter. Jason Jucker will be swung on and miss. 0-1 now.
Great first pitch breaking ball. Looks like Jucker, he's gotten him to swing through a couple of first pitch breaking balls in his first 2 at-bats here tonight. Irvin has got a good one so far in the early going. If there ever was a time to try to get his first strike out of the ball game, now would be it. Infield playing back, Piedmont willing to concede a run for an out.
0-1, another big swing and a miss there and 1 in the dirt. Good breaking ball from P1. He's quickly working ahead. 0-2 now here with 1 out. Great point there, Joe. Again, Peyton does have strikeout stuff. Just pitched to a lot of contact here tonight. But as you mentioned there, great point. If there's ever a time for your first strikeout, it is here, right here. And it seems like Jucker's chasing the nasty stuff in the dirt. Might go to the well for a third time here as Peyton will look in and come set. Defense playing straight up. 0-2 on the way. He does go to the well for a third time. It's hit out to the shortstop, Scotty Lyon. It'll bounce off his arm. 1 run comes home. The second run comes home. And Jucker just able to put it in play and make something happen. And that'll bring in both runs there. And now a 3-0 ball game via the E6 error.
That was a tough play for Lyon. That's one you really, even if you aren't able to get the batter runner at first base, you want to keep that in the infield. That would at least keep the runner on second from scoring, and then you'd have runners on the corners. But if you're Peyton Irvin, it's going to be it's tough. Now, at least now you don't have anybody in scoring position, but now you got to go to work. He has kept the ball on the ground the entire inning, and it has just not worked out in his favor.
He'll check over there on first at Jucker, as now we'll have the left fielder Logan Clark up to bat now. Peyton will get one of those runs earned there. The other 3 just allowed. And I really think that comes to the talking point coming into tonight. The Lions, out of all the runs that they had conceded this year, 30 of them had been unearned. That's just something you usually don't want to see out of a team that usually shows a lot of, I guess, to be politically correct here, below par defense is what we've seen sometimes from the Lions this year. And we've seen the same thing right here tonight. Just got to be able to get out of the half inning. As the 1-0 on the way from Peyton, this will be sent down the right field line and out of play, even us up at 1-1.
I think about the defensive struggles, too, is it kind of can have a little bit of a ripple effect throughout the entire team and the pitching staff, as it puts a lot more pressure on the pitchers. So the pitchers may be trying to more pick the corners and try to pitch for strikeouts instead of pitching to contact, which is what you generally are taught to do as a pitcher. And then it leads to the offense feeling like more pressure when they come to the plate because
Right.
they feel like they need to score or they need to have a 4-run inning every single inning. So it's a little bit tough to overcome. We'll see. There's a lot of ball game left, though. Only a 3-0 lead. If you're Irvin, you can get out of this with only 3 runs. You consider that a win, considering all the things that have gone against him this inning.
Well, definitely. I mean, Peyton really, in a grand aspect of things, should have had a 1-2-3 inning. But nonetheless, and a couple of those just some unlucky bounces there for the defense, but some of them just errors you cannot make, and especially errors and bad defense usually lead to runs on the opposing scoreboard. This one hit to the left side, just a perfectly placed ball there by Clark out in the left field between the 6-5 hole. Now runners on first and second here. This will bring up the third baseman, Frankie Vasquez. Nothing nobody can do on that one, just perfectly placed, Joe Garwood.
We got to give some credit, too, to this Brevard offense. They are adhering to the adage of put the ball in play and something good will happen.
Yes.
Put pressure on the defense. That's what they've done. They have not struck out.
And I will say, they're not hitting hard-hit balls at all, but they're placing them perfectly. And even though, like you said there, you have to give an E6 to Scotty Lyon. That was a good ball hit up the middle, nonetheless, there by Jucker, as now Clark will stand over there on first with a perfectly placed chopper to the left side. And Vasquez hits with runners on first and second here. He'll put a bunt down. It's a hard-hit one. Carlson will gather up, throw it over to first, and he'll get out number 2.
Nice play there by Carlson, charging, making that, looking like Austin Riley, making that play all in one motion, the throw across the diamond. That's a big second out. Now you can see real light at the end of the tunnel if you're Irvin. Just got to make a pitch to Ehlers here as the left-handed lone lefty in the lineup steps in for Brevard.
We know the Lions can put at least 3 on the board here. We have no doubt in that, Joe Garwood, but you just got to be able to limit the Tornadoes to 3 here for Peyton Irvin. Again, you got to get one more out, but it's a big out here with Cale Ehlers up to the dish, as he had to hit his first time around, and now he's going to bat with 2 runners in scoring position and 2 away here in the top of the third inning.
Ehlers poked one.
First pitch on the way, he'll bounce away in the dirt, 1-0 count now. Peyton behind here, 1-0 to Ehlers. Comes the delivery, big swing and miss, and a breaking ball there. Even us up at 1-1, and that is P1's bread and butter right there, Joe Garwood.
Big pitch by Irvin. We've seen multiple swings and misses. One thing we've seen with P1 is he's gotten a lot of swings and misses on breaking balls early in the count, and so he has not quite been able to get that final swing and miss that he needs to punch out these Brevard hitters.
1-1, another swing and a miss there. Breaking the ball off the plate even. 1 ball, 2 strikes now, 2 outs. Peyton just 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning and limiting the damage here against the Tornadoes.
We saw it with Jucker. He got him with a swing through 2 pitches. He tried to go to the well for the 3rd time, left that one up just a little bit, and Jucker was able to put it in play, leading to the E6. We'll see if he can finish off Ehlers here.
Peyton a look in. Top of the 3rd, 1-2 on the way. Ring him up! It took him a while to do it, but he finally does. P1 gets his first strikeout of the evening, and out number 3 here in the top of the 3rd. Heading to the bottom of the 3rd, the Lions trail the Tornadoes of Brevard College 3-0. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. Top of the lineup here for the Lions. That's our good news heading to the bottom of the third. The bad news is the Tornadoes were able to put 3 on the board in the top half of the third inning, as it's Brevard College playing here as against your Piedmont University Lions. Brett Loftus, Joe Garwood, Noah Aaron to lead us off here as he'll take a first pitch ball low against Matthew Scavato. Scavato beginning now his third inning of work as well. And it seems like the Lions have just been a few pitches away from getting to him thus far. 1-0 on the way here to Noah. He'll swing and miss at that one, even us up at 1-1.
Yeah, Aaron reached on an infield single to the shortstop, used his outstanding speed there, and was left stranded. Piedmont has ended the last 2 innings with line out, so we'll see if they can come up with a little better ball and play luck to start the bottom of the third inning. Brevard had all of the ball and play luck in the top half, but Piedmont, as we mentioned, holding it to 3. Aaron comes up with a swing and a miss there, but holding it to 3 runs in that top of the third with all of the things that went against them. Got to give credit to Peyton there for getting out of that jam.
Yeah, even counting out to Noah Aaron, 2 balls, 2 strikes. As he's leading us off here in the inning. Scavato into the windup, 2-2 on the way. Noah swing and a miss at that one. It'll be in the dirt. Burchett will pick it up, throws it down to first for out number 1. I think Noah might have thought he foul tipped it, or Burchett called it a combination maybe of the two. But nonetheless, a strikeout and then throw him out at first. And that'll be out number 1. That'll bring up Alex Gonzalez.
Good pitching there by Scavato. Went a couple of breaking balls in a row. Got some swings and misses on strike 2 and strike 3 from Noah Aaron. We'll see what Gonzo can do in the 2 spot.
Gon sends one way up in the air. Major League pop-up out there to left center. The center fielder, Atkinson's going to get his nose under it, and he'll catch it there for a quick out number 2. So now with 2 outs up to the plate, it'll be Carter Ballstead. Carter, his first time around, if you remember, missed a homer by about 3 feet as he had to double off the wall.
Yeah, Ballstead. We'll see if he can. He's the kind of guy that can carry an offense if he gets going, and he might need to do that here in this series. If that first swing he took was any indication, we're in for a big series from Carter.
Carter will foul this one off. Oh, my goodness, into the Brevard dugout. Hope everybody's okay down there, as that one went straight into the dugout, and we saw them ducking down there like they're playing laser tag. Everybody looks to be okay, though. 0-1 count here with 2 outs. Carter, on a good note, extended that on-base streak to 19 games. He's reached base in every game the Lions have played in this season. 0-1 looked like that caught Carter on the elbow guard, and it does, as he'll step on down to first. Carter's 2 for 2 on reaching base tonight. Scavato will catch the ball back from the home plate umpire barehanded, and now up to the initial cleanup hitter, Hunter Kane. How often do you see that there, Joe? Able to catch the ball under. I mean, not that it was thrown terribly hard by the home plate umpire, but Scavato just grabs that one clean out of the air.
It's a bold move with cold conditions as it is.
So now Carter with his good stolen base numbers, 17 for 18 on the year. He'll stand on first. Hunter Kane will take a first pitch ball off the plate there. 1-0 count now. Maybe a 2-out rally here for the Lions after that hit by pitch to Carter Ballstead.
We'll see what they can do. It's a great time to run if you're Ballstead. You want to go first move. Don't want to try to read the left-handed pitcher. That can go poorly. So he'll step over and throw to first base. Hunter Kane's big RBI guy. We'll see what happens here. They had 2 runners on in the first, a couple runners on in the second, as he'll try the back pick that time, step off the rubber and try to keep Carter close.
They're definitely worried about Carter over there at first, and you should be. 2 of the best base stealers in the country with Burchett and Carter Ballstead. As this one will pop out of the glove, Carter's on the way to second, and he'll get there in plenty of time as Burchett will throw it down to the other Burchett. And Carter's standing there at second as he's able to get there on the pass ball. 2 balls, no strike count now, 2 outs. Ballstead on second. Hunter Kane working in the plus count now against Matthew Scavato.
I believe that's the second pass ball already on Brett Burchett behind the plate. We had a wild pitch as well back in the second inning. Something to keep an eye on later on in this ball game if this thing is close late.
Scavato will step off, but he didn't reset. Might see a 20-second violation from him. That's usually the second base umpire's call. Able to come set 2-0 on the way. Same pitch as the first pitch, and it'll be called a ball. 3-0 count now.
Yeah, it looks like Scavato wants nothing to do with Hunter Kane. He has not seen really anything. He's only seen 1 pitch in the strike zone through his first 2 at-bats. Last at-bat, he laid one in right down the middle on 3-0. We'll see if Kane has the green or red light here.
Scavato looked back at Carter at second twice. 3-0. That'll be off the plate. So Hunter Kane has saw 9 pitches tonight. 8 of them have been balls, as he'll be walked for his second time. And this will bring up the freshman phenom, Kyle Carlson. Again, no only in the bottom of the third here, Joe, but brings up the tying run in a bottom half of the inning, in which the top half, Brevard able to take a 3-0 lead.
It's be important for the Lions to answer back Brevard, who scored 3 in the top half of this inning. Carlson hit a rocket to the shortstop, just stranded a couple runners in his first at-bat. More hard contact like that, you got to think one will fall in.
This one will be in the dirt there. Good smother by Burchett. 1-0 count now. Ballstat on second. Hunter Kane over on first. Kyle Carlson at the dish again. Hard contact from him to end the bottom half of the first. Now here in the bottom half of the third, he's got a really, really good chance to put the Lions on the board. 1-0 on the way to him. He'll take one right down Broadway there, like a good changeup from Scavato. Evens us up at 1-1.
See how aggressive Carlson is. Tyler Nelson on deck. He grounded out to third base on the first pitch he saw in his first at-bat.
1-1 on the way. Big breaking ball there. Some 12-6 action. That one a 12-6 every day of the league. Started about the head of Carlson and ended up right at mid-thigh. Scavato gets ahead 1-2 now.
Reminiscent of Max Fried, maybe a little Barry Zito.
I like the Barry Zito, yes.
If you're going to go back a little bit farther.
That one's a swing and a miss in the dirt. As Ballstat will advance up, so are Kane, but they'll throw out Carlson there at first on the strikeout drop, third strike. So the Lions able to draw 2 base runners. Again, same story, not able to bring them home. After 3, Brevard leads the Lions of Piedmont University 3-0. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. Brett Loftus, Joe Garwood back here at Loudermilk Field to begin the 4th inning, top half of the 4th, as Peyton Irvin will begin his 4th inning of work as well, as the Lions trail the visiting Brevard College Tornadoes 3-0. Good news is Peyton will be able to face the bottom third of the lineup here, 7, 8, 9 due up, including the designated hitter Peter Fumero to lead us off. Fumero flew out his first time around, first pitch to him here. Big breaking ball, don't know where that one missed at. I guess a little high. 1-0 count now.
Good pitch by Irvin. Must have missed just a little bit high. We'll see if he can battle back down 1-0.
1-0 delivery from P1. This one sent way up in the air out in the left field. Carter and Gons converging in on it. Gons will find it out there for out number 1.
Good pitch right there. Got in on the hands of Fumero. Wasn't able to do really anything with that.
Fumero actually the only Tornado not to come to bat there in that top of the third, as the man who led off the top of the third, coming to bat here in the top of the 4th, the catcher, Brett Burchett.
Yeah, Burchett, that grounder that Gilson was unable to handle, his first error of the season.
Brett Burchett, pretty good name there, Joe Garwood. What do you think?
A lot of T's in that name.
Yeah. Spell it in the same way Brett Loftus spells his myself, as he'll have a big swing and a miss at that one. 0-1 count now. Unfortunately, myself, also Brett, I don't have as sweet as hair as I think Mr. Burchett does, has the golden locks coming out of the back of the helmet. As the home plate umpire will yell something into the Brevard College dugout. Not sure exactly what that's about. As Peyton back into the windup here. 0-1 on the way. Burchett sends this one out to right field. Noah retreat just a little bit. He'll go over and catch it for out number 2. So 4 pitches and 2 outs there for P1 is now the 9-hole hitter, number 9. Also the center fielder, Jack Atkinson, up to the dish.
Gotta love what you're seeing from Peyton. It'd be really easy if you're him with the way the last inning went to start pitching away from contact. He was gone right back after these 7-8 hitters here in the top half of the 4th inning. He's earned some success.
And it just goes back to what you and I talked about off microphone in between a break. Peyton has to stay within himself, and he's doing that. As that one sent to the left side, just the perfectly placed ball right there from Atkinson. He's 2 for 2 now. As he sends that one through the Tony Gwynn, the famous copyrighted 6-5 hole, as we'll turn over the lineup here. And now Zach Allison, as this will be the 3rd time through the Tornadoes lineup.
Give credit there to Atkinson. Good piece of hitting. He chopped one over the head of Carlson to reach base last inning. That was a pretty solidly hit single through the left side. No harm, no foul. 2-out single, and I'll go after the leadoff hitter.
They'll check on him over there at first. He's back in time. And I'll say this, and it's a pro and a con against Brevard, however you want to take it. They're not hitting balls hard at all, and that's a good thing for Peyton, but they're placing them well. They're just hitting them where the lines are not right now, or hitting them where they have to make a really tough defensive play, which is sometimes all you have to do in the game of baseball. As Peyton will come set, first pitch on the way here, a good fastball inner half there to Allison, 0-1.
Looks like Irvin missed his spot there as Nelson. Good job to frame that one. Looked like he was set up on the outside corner. Irvin hit the inside corner with the knees, still got the call.
Still hit it over the plate, but normally when you see a catcher shift over like that, pitcher usually doesn't get the call. He does right there. As Peyton will come set, check over there on first. Just a hair late. Good pickoff move to try to get Atkinson at first. He's back in time. No ball, 1 strike count here at the plate. 2 outs. Top of the 4th inning in a 3-0 ball game as the Tornadoes lead the lines.
Holding runners. Irvin has a very good pickoff move. We've seen him nab a couple of guys earlier this year. Very important against Brevard. As we mentioned at the top, they lead the USA South. 61 stolen bases so far this season. They're
going over
on
there
the pass.
At first. Nelson throws this one off the glove into center field. Carter's going to have to come up, throw it. He does. And that'll be a stolen base and in a throwing error there. And now it'll be Atkinson at third and Allison at the dish, as that'll be the 3rd error of the day there for the Lions. And again, it's just hard to win ball games when you make that many errors, especially early on in the innings. Peyton's going to have to continue to fight and get out of another inning here with a runner in scoring position.
It's a play there. You got to give credit to the runner Atkinson. He has not been caught stealing all season. So you got a 1-1 count. He got a good jump and stole the base. What you can't allow if you're Piedmont is you cannot allow that ball to get thrown into center field and then put a runner 90 feet away. Now there's all kinds of pressure on the catcher Nelson, the pitcher Irvin, and all the infielders to make every play.
1-1 on the way here. Big breaking ball. Looked like it sat in the zone there. I guess it's a little low from where we're sitting at up here. 2 balls and 1 strike now.
Yeah, tough to tell from our angle back here on the exact dimensions of the strike zone. That looked like a pretty good pitch by Irvin. We'll see if he can battle back down 2-1.
I think we could be where Tyler Nelson is tonight. It'd be hard to tell where the strike zone's at. 2-1 on the way there. This one's sent out to right center field. Carter on his horse, but Noah Aaron will get his nose under out there in right field for out number 3. The 3rd error of the night, not able to hurt the Lions. They still trail 3-0 heading to the bottom of the 4th inning. You are listening to Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. 6, 7, 8 due up for your Lions here in the bottom half of the fourth inning as they trail the Tornadoes of Brevard College 3-0. I'm Brett Loftus, and joining me in the booth here on this cloudy evening in Demers, GA is Mr. Joe Garwood. Game 1 of 3 in this 3-game conference set between the Lions and the Tornadoes as Tyler Nelson will take that one low and away there for Matthew Scavato. 1-0 count now.
Nelson grounded out in the first pitch to third base, his first time up. We'll see if he can break out of his little slide. Comes in batting average at 158. But again, catching spot is a tough one. You're really in there more for your defense. Nelson has hit a home run, hit that big home run against Barry, sparked that big rally.
This one sit back up the middle. Actually, hits off the mound. Burchett tries to make a backhanded play, throws it to first, and he'll beat it by just half a step. Ayler over there at first, the first baseman, did not like that call. And we will see there what our call is. It'll be awarded a hit there to Tyler Nelson.
I believe that's a good call because that ball was hit sharply and it hit off the side of the mound.
Yeah,
so, although it looked like he was there, it was going to be a tough play for the second baseman, Burchett.
Burchett wouldn't have got there if it wouldn't have hit off the mound. So for it to hit the mound, he kind of had to reposition himself. I think that's also a good call to give Tyler Nelson his first hit of the night, and the Lions' third hit is Owen Helgeson up to the dish. Looks like a change up there to catch the outer half. 0-1.
Helgeson down on strikes, his first at bat. Went chasing after a breaking ball out of the zone. We'll see what he can do with a runner on. Nelson dives back in safely.
But I think to get back to the Tyler Nelson thing, and Nelly, you obviously want to see all these guys in the bottom half of the lineup carry their weight. But Tyler Nelson, he could go 0 for every single night. But what he does behind the plate, I think, is just so important to this Lions team. I mean, goodness gracious, Joe. I mean, how many runs has he saved by smothering balls behind the plate? Runners he's nabbed down. I know he did have that throw in there in the top of the fourth, but he's caught a lot of guys stealing this year. He's just been a lot more productive behind the plate than maybe he has been at the plate. And that could be due to him being a freshman as well. Another Max Fried curveball there as Owen falls behind 1-2.
Look at it, too, with Nelson. His batting average looks at, you look at that and you say 158. You look at the on-base percentage of 365.
Right.
That's pretty good. That's above average. That is more than okay. He has got shown a good eye at the plate, and he's been good behind the plate.
Scavato, a check on Nelly over there at first once again.
Compare him
1-2 now.
If you want to make an MLB kind of comparison to him, remember Tyler Flowers caught for the Braves? He was a guy that was excellent on defense. He had a little bit of power at the plate. His batting average was never going to be something eye-popping, but he would get on base.
Drew a lot of walks, too, as that one is sitting down the first baseline and foul. Owen still behind here, 1-2.
Here's where you really need contact if you're Helgeson. Put a little bit of pressure on the Brevard defense. You've seen you get balls in play, a lot of good things can happen for you. Nothing good can happen if you strike out.
1-2 on the way. Another breaking ball just not got on top of there, evened up at 2-2. And I know the Lions have made 3 errors tonight, but Brevard not immune to making errors in the field this year at all. They made 34 in their own right through 20 ball games. So, nonetheless, you just got to put it in play and got to have something to go your way at one point. Big breaking ball there. Owen took that one. It looked a little high, but he'll be rung up for out number 1. And his second strikeout of the night is Scotty Lyon. Will walk up to the dish and they're able to draw a walk his first time around.
Got to tip your cap there to Scavato. That was an outstanding pitch. Can't really tell if it caught the outside corner or maybe it was just a little bit off the plate, but either way.
A little too close to take there on 1-2.
A little too close to take with 2 strikes. That's one if you're – obviously Helgeson was probably looking for something else and got frozen by the curve. Scavato's been impressive, especially for a guy who – back in 2019 when he was a freshman, his only other start on this mound, he was chased from the game after a third of an inning. He has definitely matured, progressed, and now he is a different pitcher than he was in 2019. We'll see what Scotty Lyon can do.
Brevard dugout down there yelling and getting crazy. I'm not sure what about. Is this a fastball low and below the knees there? 1-0. I think they wanted a home plate umpire to give him a ball that he had. I'm not sure if it's a Brevard baseball or what the deal is here. Not sure there.
Could have been a career milestone potentially for Scavato.
That one's going to be low and in there. 2 balls, no strikes.
Plus count for Scott Lyon. He's got a big gap in right center field. We've seen him hit a triple there back against Emory a couple weeks ago. See if he can find that hole again.
This one will be low and not caught there by Burchett as Scotty works ahead now 3-0.
This should be a pretty stark red light for Scott Lyon.
And that is a career milestone there for Matthew Scavato. That's his 100th career strikeout. Came into tonight with 96 career strikeouts. That's his 4th strikeout of the evening. 100 career strikeouts for him. So that'll be a college strike 1 there to Scotty Lyon. 3-1. Congratulations to him, the left-hander there, Matthew Scavato.
It's a pretty solid career, reaching 100 Ks.
As we had our own big strikeout guy, Sam Carpenter, here last season. Full count now, 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here.
Good job there by Scavato. Went fastball with a 3-0, breaking ball with a 3-1.
Now Scotty Lyon works a full count, 2nd straight time around. Also able to work a walk. So Scott has 2 walks. And now that'll bring up the 9-hole hitter of Jack Gilson. And same thing we saw in the last time the Lions were able to come to bat. They bring the third, or should I say the tying run up to the dish. Runners on 1st and 2nd. This time only 1 away here. Got to see Gilly something. Hopefully he can come up clutch and at least give the Lions 1 run here.
Need some contact here if you're Gilson. As he tries to go. Look, good job trying to go the other way. Mine was in the right spot, just a little bit late on it. That last pitch of Scott Lyon looked like Scavato worked incredibly fast. Looked like he may even tried to quick pitch Scott Lyon on that play, just on that pitch. Just missed a hair outside. Good take by Lyon.
Scavato will look in and come set. 0-1 on the way to him. Gilly will take this one at the knees, be too far in. Even us up at 1-1 now with 1 out. Tyler Nelson will stand on 2nd, and instead on 1st, Scotty Lyon. Jack Gilson in at the plate here. Gilly his last time up, first time up, rather, should I say. He flew out. Even count 1-1 on the way to him. That big breaking ball there. Seemed like the Lions have had a lot of trouble with that 12-6 action tonight. 1-2 count now.
It's a classic left-handed curveball that we've seen a lot over the years. Just a pure 12-6.
Scavato will look in. He'll step off the rubber now. And Scavato working so quickly, he's not resetting that 20-second clock, but he doesn't really have to. Again, just working with such pace as he'll come set. 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss there. Actually foul tipped just barely by Gilson. And I think was foul tipped and went off of the mid of Burchett. Burchett not able to catch it for strikeout and out number 3. So nonetheless, Gilly lives to see another day. 1-2 here.
Good job by Gilson. And just barely got a piece of that one to stay alive in the count.
Scavato checks Nelson. 1-2 on the way. Big breaking ball there. Not able to get on top of it. Gilly working a good AB here to even it back up at 2-2. Again, no Aaron stands on deck as we'll turn over the lineup card here if Gilson can reach. Or should I say barring a double play. 2-2 on the way. Gilly chops this one down the third base line. It'll go about 5 feet left of the bag. Almost hit Coach Harris down there in the third base coaching box. We'll do 2-2 again.
I give props to Gilson in here. He's had a very competitive at-bat. It's a big battle here between him and Scavato.
And perhaps maybe some big momentum to be grabbed out of thin air here if Gilly can produce a run or 2. Scavato look back at second. 2-2 on the way. Big breaking ball. Sit back up the middle. 6, 4, 3. They'll get him by a hair. And there is that inning-end double play. Lions able to bring 2 more on, just not able to bring them across. And that's how we'll end the 4th inning. They trail Brevard 3-0 here. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. 3, and 4 due up here in the Brevard College lineup. Joe Garwood and myself, Brett Loftus, top of the 5th inning. Here as the Tornadoes lead the Lions 3-0, as it'll be Blake Burchett leading us off.
2, 3, 4 hitters in the lineup. Irvin's going to have his work cut out for him. Third time through the order. We oftentimes see third time through hurts a starting pitcher. We'll see what Irvin can do here.
First pitch to Burchett. Fastball catches the outer half, 0-1.
Looks like Irvin, his natural fastball, from what I can at least tell from up here, it has a little bit of cutting action away from the right-handed hitters and into the lefty.
0-1 on the way. Looked like I was a little low there. 1-1 count now.
Tried to hit that same spot. Good job by Burchett to stay off of it.
Burchett 0 for 1 on the evening. Did have an RBI ground out, though. Send this one to the left side. Kyle Carlson will gather it up over there at third. Throw a strike over to first for out number 1. Kyle Carlson wears 2-7 and looks like the Atlanta Braves 2-7. You made that comparison earlier. And Austin Riley is now. This will bring up the 3-hole hitter, the shortstop Jason Jucker.
That will be another example. Irvin, he's giving the ball on the ground. That was weak-ish contact.
I'd say about medium contact.
Medium contacts. Yeah. He's trusting his defense. Love to see it. Keeping that pitch count, trying to keep that pitch count as manageable as possible. Go deep in a ball game, an opening series starter. That one must have missed just low to start off.
And especially in a series to where you got 2 freshmen starting over the next 2 days, you might have to go to your bullpen. You might not. I'm not saying you get a swing and miss there 1-1. I'm not going one way or the other, but you just have to be prepared. Nonetheless, Joe Garwood, and you want Peyton to go as long as he can, especially pitching as well as he has this evening. 1-1 on the way from P1. Another big breaking ball. This one sent out to deep left field. Gonzalez going back to the wall, and that one is gone. Solo homer here, as that one's hit out of the yard by Jason Jucker. He'll give Brevard College a 4-0 lead.
Good piece of hitting by Jucker. It looked like he set on a breaking ball that leaked on the inner half of the plate. Got to give him credit, turned on it. Just cleared the fence out in left field. Got that one, hit it to the right part of the park if you want to hit a home run here down that left field line.
That'll be Jason Jucker's first homer of the year. And again, that'll make it a 4-0 ball game. As now the cleanup hitter, the left fielder, Logan Clark up. Solo homers don't beat you.
By far the hardest hit ball, and only really hard hit ball of the night in the air for the Tornadoes.
Correct.
And Irvin goes right back to that same pitch, in backdoor or front door breaking ball, steal strike 1 against Clark.
0-1 on the way from Peyton. This one's sent out over the head of Scotty Lyon in the left field. Gonzalez will gather it up. He'll throw it back in a 1-out single. So back-to-back hard-hit balls now for Brevard. Maybe they're able to tie up P1 a little bit now as the 5-hole hitter, the third baseman, Frankie Vasquez, up to the dish now.
Okay, another one kind of left it, that little sweet down and in spot where all Clark had to do was just drop his hands, and he put a good swing on that one just over the outstretched arms of Scott Lyon at shortstop. Double play in order. Irvin has got the ball on the ground a ton tonight. We'll see if he can do it again.
4 runs on 6 hits, no errors for Brevard. No runs on 3 hits, 3 errors for Piedmont. As he'll check on the runner over there at first, Clark, as he's back in time. And Jason Jucker, I mean, he pieced it up well, but that ball just had just enough to get out of the yard there to make it a 4-0 ball game. First barrel we'd really seen so far this evening is Helgeson will try to get over there. We'll see if we'll see obstruction. We will not, as they'll get it back in the infield. Scotty Lyon will lose it as it was down to right field line, as Peyton was trying to pick him off over there at first. Owen was trying to get to it. That'll be an E1 throwing error.
4th error of the night for the Lions. Now you got a runner in scoring position with 1 out. Double play is not in order anymore.
And again, thought we might see obstruction there. Again, it could have just been incidental contact, and I think that's what they'll rule between Clark and Helgeson over there at first. As Irvin will come set now against Vasquez. First pitch on the way to him. Big breaking ball pieced up down the left field line. It'll go into the Lions bullpen, 0-1. Seeing a few better swings by the Tornadoes, third time through the order. We'll see if Irvin
can make his adjustment as well.
Peyton to look in now. 0-1. He'll step off and look back to second. So 0-1 count, 1 out. 4-0 ball game. 3 runs there in the top of the third for Brevard, and then the solo homer here from Jucker here in the top of the fifth is how we've gotten to 4-0. Peyton will come set, 0-1 on the way. This one in the dirt. Tyler Nelson will get up and chase it down. 1 ball, 1 strike count now.
We've seen Irvin, the 2 balls that have been tagged pretty sharply in this inning have both been pitches that have been over the inner half of the plate. We'll see if Irvin can work that cutting fastball to the outside corner where we've seen Brevard get come up empty a ton so far in the night when he's been able to locate that pitch to that part of the strike zone.
Peyton's 1-1 on the way. This one sent out to deep left field into the dimmerest night sky. Gons will get his nose under it. He'll have to throw it back in. Tagging from second will be Clark. He'll be standing there at third. So advancing up to third is Clark. And now with 2 outs, this will bring up the first baseman, Cale Ayler.
That's good base running there by Clark. Not often you see a runner tag from second on a fly ball to left center field, but he knew that ball was going to be caught and that was going to be deep enough for him to advance. And now you have another big run, an insurance run, 90 feet away with 2 outs, puts the pressure on the Lions catcher Nelson and all of their infield defenders to make every play.
You feel like if Peyton can get out of this one with 2 outs, I know he gives up the solo homer. Top of the lineup coming up yet again for the Lions. Maybe they can get something started here. Ayler sends this one to the right side. Owen Helgeson at first. Underhand flip to P1. Covering first for out number 3. 3-1 put out the end of the inning as we get a solo bomb there from Jason Jucker to make it 4-0. Heading to the bottom of the 5th inning. That's how the Tornadoes lead over the Lions. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. Brett Loftus, Joe Garwood here at Loudermilk Field, home half of the 5th inning. As the Lions 1-2-3 here as they trail Brevard College 4-0. Joe, what do you say we score some runs, man? I mean, this is exactly what you want coming up in the lineup. The Brevard, the Tornadoes, rather should I say, has been able to get to Peyton their 3rd time through. Lions 3rd time through here. Maybe they're able to get to Matthew Scavato. First pitch on the way there. Breaking ball to Noah Aaron. 1-0 count now as that one bounces in the dirt.
That was the exact point I was going to make, Brad. 3rd time through the order. We saw the Brevard put some better swings on Irvin after struggling the first 2 times through. We'll see if the same goes for Piedmont.
1-0 on the way there to Noah. That one's up at the forearm area. 2-0 count now. And again, Noah Aaron 1 for 2 on the evening. He had that infield single to lead us off in the bottom half of the first.
Lions have had base runners every inning. They just haven't been able to cash them in yet. And it's off to a solid start here as Aaron has not seen anything near the plate to start off his at-bat.
Again, we've seen Scavato be a little wild at times tonight.
He has been able to find the plate when he's needed to, though.
And just right on cue there, throws one right down the middle, mid-thigh. 3-1 count now.
However, generally, a recipe for success is not falling behind the count consistently.
3-1 on the way. Noah takes that one about 5 feet off the plate. He's able to work a 5-pitch walk. He's reached base twice tonight. As he'll trot on down to first, and this will bring up the left fielder, Alex Gonzalez.
Gonzalez looked like he just got under one his last at-bat. Hit a strong ground ball that turned into a double play in his first at-bat.
Yeah, Gons, he hit a major league pop up there his last time up. That one was probably hit up there in the stratosphere. NASA could have measured that ball, but again, just not able to straighten it out. As the first one to him here, fastball catch at the knees, 0-1.
Good pitch there, Scavato, changing things up, going fastball a little inner half of the plate. Looks like Gons was looking for something either outside or off speed.
0-1 on the way. That one's going to bounce. It looked like it bounced right on top of the plate there. 1-1 count now.
Good take there by Alex. That was looked like he wanted to pull the trigger. It looked like that was going to be a breaking ball. That was going to be right in his happy zone, but it broke below the zone.
Scavato's 1-1 on the way. Gons, hard hit ball right to the shortstop. 6-4-3 yet again. And that has been a story of the evening for the Lions. Able to get base runners, hard hit baseballs, but hitting them right to the men in blue this evening. As now with 2 outs, stepping up to the plate, it'll be Carter Ballstead.
Just unfortunate there for Piedmont. The second one, Gonzalez hit a hard hit ball to the second baseman, turned into a double play. A hard hit ball now to the shortstop that turned into a double play. And now you got Carter Ballstead with 2 outs, nobody on. We'll see how careful Scavato is with him with a 4-run lead.
First pitch on the way to Sir Carty, and that'll look like it made contact. Maybe it made contact with Burchett's mitt there first, so it won't be another hit by a pitch. 1-0 count now. Carter had that ringing double off the wall his first time around, hit by a pitch, second plate appearance. As the 1-0 on the way to him yet again, he'll take a change up low and away there, even it up at 1-1.
They try to go in up and in, then the classic go up and in, then try to dot one on the outside corner of the knee. It's a good pitch there by Scavato.
1-1 delivery on the way. That one's going to bounce at 58 feet there. As we'll do 2 balls and 1 strike now here with 2 outs. And, I mean, what you got to kind of pick your poison here. You are up by 4 runs, though. If you walk Carter or put him on, then you got to face Hunter Kane, who's a very good left-handed or a very good right-handed hitting batter, able to hit left-handed pitching well. 2-1 on the way to Carter. Carter sends this one way up in the air and down the right field line, out of play and foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The second time Deuce has been wild this evening.
Close ball game, 1 or 2 run lead, tie ball game. I'd be more apt to be super careful with Carter. But when you're up 4 runs with 2 outs, if there ever is a time to go after him, it's right here.
2-2 on the way. Carter swinging a miss at that fastball. He swung over the top of it. 1-2-3 inning there as Brevard leads 4-0 after 5. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. Brett Loftus alongside me, I'm Brett Loftus alongside me, Joe Garwood here in the top half of the 6th inning. Peyton Irvin going to tow back in there on the rubber here for the Lions as he trails 4-0. He and the Lions trail 4-0 against the Brevard College Tornadoes. Is due up here for the Tornadoes. It'll be the bottom 3 here, 7, 8, 9, as a designated hitter, Peter Fumero, will lead us off. He'll take a first pitch, look like a change up there on the outer half, 0-1.
It's a good pitch there by Irvin. Jump ahead in the count. He's done a fantastic job tonight. That 3rd inning, Brevard has kind of singled him to death. Had a couple defensive miscues behind him, but Irvin has done his job and then some here tonight.
That one will be in the dirt away. 1 ball, 1 strike count now.
Big inning. If he can get through this 6th inning, clean. We'll see if Justin Scally will run him back out for the 7th.
1-1, big breaking ball there, sits in the zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Nobody warming up out there in the Piedmont bullpen. As Peyton to look in, get the sign, into the windup. 1-2 on the way. This one sitting down the third base line, hit hard. Goes about 6 inches left of the bag. So we'll do 1-2 yet again.
Irvin's got a lot of outs early in counts. He's also gotten ahead a lot, just has not been able to flash that strikeout pitch tonight. He's done everything else, though, that you would want a starting pitcher to do. He's been efficient with his pitches. He's had good command of multiple pitches to both sides of the plate.
We'll get time called here at the plate by Fumero. In case you're wondering, the series has been pretty lopsided between Tornadoes and the Lions in series history. The Lions 9-1 all-time versus Brevard is the 1-2 on the way here. Out will be in the dirt, and Spike there able to be caught by Tyler Nelson. 2-2 as record at Loudermilk Field. The Lions are 2-0 all-time against the Tornadoes. At Brevard, 7-1. So the Lions have never lost to Brevard at Loudermilk Field. That's in danger tonight, though. As Peyton into the windup, 2-2 on the way. Swing and a miss there. P1, big breaking ball for his second strikeout of the evening, and out number 1 here in the top of the 6th inning.
Good pitch there by Irvin. Hit that big breaking ball. That would have been a strike even if Fumero had taken it. And good start to this top half of the 6th inning. We'll see what he can do against Burchett.
Brett Burchett up at the plate now. He's 0-for-2, has reached via an error here this evening. There's the first one on the way to him. Powerful fastball tonight. Might have been the hardest one thrown by Peyton all night. Looked like he had some extra zest on that one. 0-1 count now.
If he can locate that pitch there, he's going to be real tough to hit.
0-1. That's going to be a little farther outside there. Actually, a little spike. And it goes to the backstop. 1 ball, 1 strike count now here with the 1 out in the inning. Peyton, the guy you mentioned there, Joe, pitches to a lot of contact. He's really only had 2 hard-hit balls all evening. But yet we have a 4-0 ball game. There's the third right there. Hit out the Carter ball. Set it a 1-hop, 2-hop Carter out there in center field for a 1-out single. So Burchett stands on first. And now we'll see the center fielder, Jack Atkinson. And, Joe, I think the broadcaster's jinx is real tonight. Third hard-hit ball of the night. Burchett sent that one right back up the middle.
It's a good piece of hitting by the backstop for Brevard. Now we'll see if Irvin can retire Atkinson. He's got a couple of base knocks tonight. 1 softly hit, chopped over Carlson. 1 stung to the left side of the infield between third and short.
First pitch on the way to him. Tyler Nelson able to smother that one in the dirt, chase it up the first base line a bit. 1-0 count now.
It's a good block there by Nelson. Very important. Burchett's not really a stolen base threat, but it's a guy that you don't want to let him get in scoring position the easy way on a pass ball or wild pitch. Nelson saving a base right there. Double play still in order.
1-0. This one's sitting up the middle for 6. Cannot get it out of the glove. Still get a 4-6 put out there at second. Gilson and the Lion able to reach via fielder's choice. Atkinson at first. And now this will turn over the lineup card in the right fielder, Zach Allison, up to the plate. He's reached via fielder's choice, and during that he was able to come across and score. This begins now the 4th time through the Tornadoes lineup this evening.
I saw that stop on that 0-0 pitch from Nelson was so important because that kept the double play in order, kept the force in order at least. If he does not make that stop and it goes to the backstop, now you're looking at a runner on third base with 2 outs with the top of the order coming up for the 4th time. We'll see if that ends up mattering. Hopefully Irvin can make it a moot point to retire Allison here.
He'll check over there at first on Atkinson. He's able to get back in time. Despite Atkinson, that's been the first time he didn't get a hit this evening. He has reached base all 3 times. He stepped up to the plate. So he stands over there on first. Allison at the plate. Peyton will step off and pump fake there. Able to reset that clock. Doing the best impression there of Malik Willis. As Peyton will look over and come set. First pitch on the way to Allison. Atkinson running over there at first. Owen trying to find this one in fair territory. So is Peyton. And instead it'll bounce behind the Brevard dugout there. 0-1 count now. I tell you what. Peyton Irvin, that's hustle right there. You don't hardly ever see a pitcher run from the pitcher's mound. Not only that far down the line, he was at the warning track to the wall right here, right near the Brevard dugout, trying to get that foul ball.
Trying to get an out anyway. That's the starting pitcher. You're just trying to get outs any way you can get them. Sometimes if you got to do it yourself, then so be it. Good hustle there by Irvin. Still heading to count 0-1.
They'll check again over at first on Atkinson yet again. And Atkinson really staying in the way of Owen Helgeson over there at first. Owen trying to get to the ball. Atkinson just holding the baseline, though, as they've made contact on a few throwbacks.
Atkinson now 11 for 11 on stolen bases. Swiped it back his last time up and advanced to third on the throwing error.
He's going to get a big lead here. He won't go. This one sent out to right field. No Aaron going to run in. He'll catch it there for out number 3. Peyton able to hang another 0. Still 4-0 ball game as Tornadoes lead the Lions heading to the bottom of the 6th inning. You are listening to Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. Bottom of the 6th inning here. Middle of the lineup due up for the Lions. 4, 5, and 6 here as Hunter Kane, Cal Carlson, and Tyler Nelson due up. Brett Loftus, Joe Garwood. Good news is, Joe, Hunter Kane has reached twice tonight via 2 walks. Bad news is Matthew Scavato is still in the game there for Brevard, and Scavato has looked pretty good tonight, not allowing a run and only 3 hits through 5 frames thus far.
Lions have had base runners every inning so far. They've hit into double plays in the last 2. They've left runners on. They've hit lineouts. They have not gotten really anything to go their way once the ball's been put in play so far tonight. We'll see if some of that luck turns around. It's baseball, they say things always even out over a long period of time. We'll see if they can even out the latter half of this ball game.
Hunter Kane, first 2 pitches are balls to him in the dirt and then a fastball up and out of zone. 2-0 count now. Hunter now seen 11 pitches tonight. 10 of them have been balls. 2-0 on the way here. He'll see a strike there. It was pretty much the same spot, just a little farther out. 2-1 count now.
Yeah, it looks like Scavato does not want to give Kane a fastball in the strike zone.
This one again will be off the plate there. 3-1 to Hunter Kane. Hunter has walked twice tonight. Again, on 5 pitches both times. As the 3-1 on the way. And it'll be 3 walks on 5 pitches. Hunter Kane has seen 15 pitches, 12 of them being balls. That is just laughable there. They don't want to give it to Hunter. Hunter's really driving up that on-base percentage here tonight as he'll walk on down there to first, and this will bring up the third baseman, Kyle Carlson. Kyle's hit it hard his first time around, struck out a second time. We'll see what Kyle can do here in his third plate appearance of the night.
Lions once again in business. We'll see if they can capitalize here in the bottom of the 6th.
First pitch on the way, big curveball there. Scavato doesn't get on top of it. 1-0. Base runners are what the Lions need right now. Down by 4, haven't been able to put a runner on the board yet.
Well, then you got to do if you're Piedmont. You got to fight the urge to try to get it all back in 1 inning as Carlson skies one on the infield.
This is way up to shoot. Second baseman Burchett going to catch it in the infield dirt for out number 1. So now with 1 out, Hunter Kane on first. This will bring up the freshman backstop of Tyler Nelson.
The temptation is there to try to do all the damage and put the 1. But if you're really thinking about it, you just want base runners. The goal of every at-bat, just get on base. Do not make an out. Keep the line moving, and then good things will happen eventually.
Scavato, big breaking ball there, sits in the zone. 0-1 count now.
Deficits have not been a problem, especially here at the Milk Jug. They've came back from down 7 against Birmingham Southern earlier in the year. They came back down big against Methodist in the
6 to be exact.
6 runs.
6, yes.
And so no deficit is too much for this team.
This one chopped to the left side. Cannot make the scoop at third as Vasquez. He'll throw it over to first, and Tyler Nelson will beat it. Ayler jumping up and down. I don't know what for. That was clearly Tyler Nelson beat that one. And now we got runners on first and second.
Looks like they're going to score that one an E5 on the third baseman. It was a little bit of a difficult play coming in, a play that third baseman probably should have made. But point is, Nelson got the ball in play, made the defense make a play.
Very similar play to what we've seen with Scotty Lyon earlier, kind of going to the left, ball pops out of the glove. So now runners on first and second. Owen Helgeson just behind that one. He'll send that one down the right field line, out of play. 0-1 count now. So again, Lions will have 2 runners on, 1 out. And the guy at the plate here in Owen Helgeson, he's really looking for a big hit here.
Helgeson, strikeout victim, his first 2 plate appearances. Had a good cut at that one, though.
This one, another good cut here, center out of play down the first base line. 0-2 now.
Now that's where you're going to have to battle if you're Helgeson. Got to try to do what you can, put the ball in play, keep putting that pressure on the Brevard defense.
First error tonight there for Brevard. 0-2 on the way. Owen, same thing, keeps fouling them off down the right field line. We'll do 0-2 again.
Probably that 0-2 pitch had a lot over the plate there. Helgeson just a little bit late on that one. It looks like I would expect to see something either way up out of the zone or in the dirt here.
0-2 on the way. This one chopped back up the middle. 6. Can I make the play? It's off the glove of Jucker. And, oh, boy, the bases are loaded now. Back-to-back errors for Brevard, and this will bring up to the dish the shortstop, Scotty Lyon.
Looks like Hunter Kane came up a little, like twisted his ankle or something on the back. Justin Scally came out to check on him. He's waving him off, saying he's good to go.
Well, you know, Hunter is dealing. It's the reason we're not seeing Hunter in the field tonight playing first. He is dealing with a bit of an injury down there. He was actually cleated at Oglethorpe in their midweek last Thursday. So Hunter's still dealing with that. I think Scales showing a bit of concern there. Obviously seeing Hunter come up a little wonky, but nonetheless, Hunter will wave him off, tell him to get back in the dugout. He'll stand on third. On second, we'll see Tyler Nelson over there on first. Owen Helgeson. And up at the dish, the shortstop, Scotty Lyon. Scott hadn't hit a homer this year. Let me tell you what, Joe. This would be a big-time moment if he could right here. Swing and a miss right there. Foul tip. Rather, they'll say 0-1 count now.
He was trying to. He was going for it. I think a good cut at that one just came up a little bit empty, and we've seen it. Piedmont putting the ball on the ground. Brevard has been solid on the field all night, but a couple errors, and now the Lions are in business.
This one will be spiked there in the dirt at about 59.5 feet. Good play by Burchett behind the dish there to make the play on that one. Ill to even us up at 1 ball, 1 strike here with 1 away. Bases are juiced, nowhere to put them. Scavado, the biggest danger he's had tonight with 1 out and the bases loaded. 1-1 on the way here to Scott. Big swing and a miss at that breaking ball, now 1-2.
That's where if you're Lion, you got to cut down that swing with 1 out. You really want to get that 1 run in at least. Start something. He's walked a couple times already.
1-2 on the way. Scott able to wait back on that curveball. Just got under it and fouls it out of play behind us. 1-2.
Definitely seems like the Lions are seeing the ball a little bit better out of Scavado's hand the third time through. We've seen a lot of foul balls that were very, very close to being sent out into the field with a lot of authority behind it.
Scavado looks in. 1-2 on the way. Another big breaking ball there. Just doesn't quite get on top of it. Good eye from Scotty Lyon. That'll even us up at 2-2.
Looking like Scavado, the location has not been as sharp recently. Breaking ball not quite as sharp as well.
2-2 on the way. Another big breaking ball. Scott sends it out to right field. That ball will travel a bit. Able to catch it as Allison tagging up from third will be Hunter Kane. He'll get home, and that'll be the first run of the game for the Lions. 4-1. Tyler Nelson tags up second to third. Staying at first is Owen Helgeson. And now up to the dish, it'll be the second baseman, Jack Gilsonen.
With the key at bat there, you can't score 4 runs all at once all the time. Got to get that first one on the board. Good piece of hit by Line going the other way. Taking what the pitcher gave him, and now it's setting things up for Gilsonen with runners on the corners.
And we've seen that so much this year. Once the Lions are able to get 1, it seems like the floodgates open. So hopefully it'll be much more of the same here as they get their first run of the night. Big breaking ball there, outer half. Doesn't look like he got on top of that one enough there from Scavado. 1-0 count now.
Yeah, didn't quite. Trying to go with backdoor breaking ball. Steal strike 1. Didn't quite come back enough to the strike zone.
They'll check on Big O over there at first. He'll get back in time. Owen Helgeson, 6'4" frame. He just literally looked like he was laying down there, able to put his hand back on the bag.
Top of the order looming as well for Piedmont, so it's a big at-bat for Gilsonen.
Jack will take a fastball, top of the zone there, leaving us up at 1-1. So far tonight, Gilly is flown out and grounded out, as he's got another RBI opportunity here. They'll check on Owen over at first. So Owen's back in time. 1-1 count here with 2 away in the inning. Bottom of the 6th, Brevard leads 4-1. First run of the game, you just saw it there. Sac fly and an RBI from Scotty Line. 1-1 on the way there to Gilly. He sends it to the right side into right field. And a 2-out RBI single there from Jack Gilsonen. Will do the job for the 2-ball game now. As you'll see Noah Aaron step up to the dish. And the tying run is on. Owen Helgeson on second. Jack Gilsonen on first. Hillgrove's finest out there on the base pass in both Owen Helgeson and Jack Gilsonen. And turning it over, Mr. Noah Aaron. Big spot for him, the senior right fielder.
It's a great piece of hitting there by Gilsonen. Took what the pitcher gave him, went the other way, found the hole on the right side, and now Aaron with a chance to tie this ball game. Potentially give Piedmont the lead if he leaves the yard.
Scavato, first pitch to Noah on the way. Big breaking ball, won't catch the zone. 1-0 count now.
Now we're going 4th time through the order, so Aaron should have a good idea of what Scavato is featuring. Bullpen seems to be working for the Tornadoes. We'll see what Aaron can do.
Noah just fights this one off, sends it down there in the Forestry down the first base line. 1-1 count now. And again, Noah has gap-to-gap power. As you mentioned, Joe, Noah has power and a lot of it to leave the yard as a leadoff hitter. So we'll see what he can do here. Scavato wants another ball. Runners on first and second. Owen out there at second. Has pretty good speed for a fella his size at 6'4". And Jack Gilsonen, very, very good speed over there at first. So maybe you put one in the gap, tie it up here. Scavato will come set. He'll check Owen at second. 1-1 on the way. Noah sends this one down the right field line, and it'll go right of the foul line there, probably about 10 feet. That one just kind of tailed out there at the end. Aaron going to be working behind here. 1 ball, 2 strike count.
Good piece of hitting by Aaron. We've seen classic lefty profile for Scavato. He's going, doesn't throw a ton, doesn't have a ton on the fastball, especially not now after he's tired. He's staying everything on the outer half of the plate to these right-handed hitters. We've seen Lyon and Gilsonen both go the opposite way. Aaron tried to do the same there, just barely missed it foul.
Scavato look in and get the sign, come set. Big pitch here on the way. Both runners in motion. That one will hit Noah. Noah Aaron, 3rd time he's reached base this evening. He had an infield single. He was walked, and now a hit by the pitch will reload the bases. And, boy, this is a big AB here for the 5th-year senior, Mr. Alex Gonzalez. He's flown out and grounded out twice tonight and make it 0 for 3, as we'll see the head coach for Brevard, Mike Victory, come out of the first base dugout. And we'll wait here to see if this will be the end of the line here for Matthew Scavato. But again, big moment here for Alex Gonzalez, Joe. I mean, goodness gracious, this guy's came up in some big moments this year. He's capitalized on a lot of them.
He has. That's what we are going to have a pitching change for the Tornadoes. So we'll step aside, and when we come back, we'll give you the info on the new Brevard pitcher and set the scene for the bases loaded 2-out moment.
Man, big moment here for the Lions and for Alex Gonzalez. This could potentially be a slump buster of the year as he's got bases loaded with 2 outs. Our new pitcher, Bryce Bowers. Tell us about the senior right-hander from Madisonville, Tennessee.
Yeah, Bowers, 5.86 ERA. He's got a 3-0 record, 27 2/3 innings. He's second on the team in innings pitched. He has allowed a lot of base runners, 39 hits, 14 strikeouts in those innings. ERA of 5.86. He's been heavily used this season. But we'll see what Gonzalez can do. He's hitting 2 double plays. He's flown out. You got to think he's due. This is a big spot for the senior. He's had a lot of experience. This is what one thing you like. We'll see if he can come through big in a 2-run deficit for the Lions.
Quickly, Matthew Scavado, 5 2/3 innings pitched, 4 hits, 6 walks for him, 5 strikeouts. Both of the runs that he gave up, neither one were earned. However, Scavado exits as in line to be the winning pitcher. He could also end up with a no decision or even be the losing pitcher here, depending on how this AB and the rest of the bottom of the 6th goes with Alex Gonzalez. Bottom of the 6th inning. Let's paint the picture here. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Alex Gonzalez up at the dish. Owen Helgeson at third. At second, we're going to have Scotty Lyon. And over at first, Noah Aaron. First pitch on the way. This one, a major league pop-up out in the left field. Trying to find it is going to be Clark. He'll get his nose under it there, and he'll almost drop it, but he'll catch it there for out number 3. Lions lead, the bases loaded. That's the bad news. Good news, they're able to break 2 across as they cut into that deficit, now trailing Brevard 4-2. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. Brett Loftus, Joe Garwood, Peyton Irvin going to begin the top half of the 7th inning here for the Lions from Loudermilk Field. Peyton with 91 pitches through 6 as he'll begin here in the top half of the 7th frame as he'll face here 2, 3, and 4 for the Brevard College Tornadoes. Blake Burchett will lead us off. He's 0 for 3 tonight. Pretty surprising. Joe, want to visit there during that half inning. The third base coach for Brevard and the home plate umpire having some words there in between the half inning.
Yeah, I have absolutely no idea what they could have been discussing with the home plate umpire. Then went and had to said something to the Piedmont infield. Not sure if it was Irvin or the catcher or one of the infielders, but couldn't tell you what went on there. But we will see what Irvin can do in the top of the 7th.
First pitch on the way to Burchett. This one sent out to second base. 1 pitch, 1 out. As Jack Gilson corrals that one. A hard hit ball right at 4 in green and gold. And that'll be an L4 for out number 1. As this will bring up the shortstop, Jason Jucker. As this will be a potential revenge at bat here. As Jucker went yard his last time up against P1.
I'll tell you what, going back to that last at bat, Brett, if anybody deserved a line out on any pitching night, it was Peyton Irvin tonight after what happened to him in the 3rd inning. So he will take that good fortune. We'll see what he can do against Jucker.
Big breaking ball there, catches the inner half, 0-1, and that's really been the story of our evening. The Lions able to put 2 on the board there in the bottom half of the 6th. 4-2 ball game. 3-run third as this one's hit down the right field line. It'll be in play, but foul. 0-2. 3 in the top of the third for Brevard, 1 in the top of the fifth. That's how we got into 4. A relatively low-scoring game in the grand scheme of things of what we've seen on the Lions season.
It's been certainly that. We've seen Piedmont. There's been a lot of runs scored in Piedmont baseball games so far this year. But Irvin has pitched well. We've had 6 combined errors between the two teams, all of them on the infield. As Irvin just misses a little bit outside. Good pitch, though, there.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here. Yeah, it hasn't been the best defensive game, to put it lightly. 4 errors for the Lions and 2 for Brevard. We've seen, and it could be attributed to the cold conditions that we've seen here tonight as well. 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss there, as it'll be actually a foul tip into the glove. Nonetheless, a strikeout swinging for out number 2. P1 looks as fresh as he ever has. Is now with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. This will bring up the cleanup hitter, Logan Clark. And what about some revenge there on Jucker?
Jucker took him deep last time. Also, it takes a lot for Irvin. He got taken deep on the last at-bat on a breaking ball that he left on the inner half of the plate. What does he do? First pitch, breaking ball, inner half of the plate. Got a called strike 1, and then attacked him on the outside part of the zone from that point forward.
First pitch on the way here to Clark. Catch the outer half. 0-1 now.
You can't really, obviously we don't have access to like radar gun data or anything like that, but it almost looks like Irvin is throwing the ball harder as he's gotten going in this game.
0-1 on the way here from P1. Not able to get on top of that pitch.
You can definitely tell. Looks like he's feeling good. Like that ball, it's a classic move when you're throwing hard and ball's coming out of your hands good. Maybe you try to ramp up even a little bit harder and let one go a little bit high there. We'll see if he can find the zone with the 1-1.
1-1 on the way. This one's sitting down the third base line. And it'll be just left of the bag and foul. Kyle Carlson takes a few more seconds to get up to his feet there. As he looks okay, as he'll wipe the dirt off. 1-2 count now to Clark at the plate. And we've had a few of those this evening. Joe has stung down that third base line with foul.
Just a loud strike, though. And Irvin 1 strike away from a very quick 1-2-3 inning.
And handing it to the Lions' heart of the lineup. 3-4-5 due up here in the bottom half of the inning.
Piedmont definitely got to think the momentum is in their dugout now, and you got to capitalize on that with a quick 3 outs.
1-2 sent out to right field. Noah Aaron to get his nose under. 3 up and 3 down. How about that one for P1, the ace? Able to do it here in the top half of the 7th inning. Heading to the 7th inning stretch, the Lions will bring the bats up in the bottom half, down by 2. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics here on We got a powerful bunch coming up here for the Lions. A combined 12 homers on the season between these 3 guys. And if we could have a back-to-back-to-back, Lions could take the lead. But you still need base runners down by 2. Bottom of the 7th inning, Bryce Bowers on the mound for Brevard, Carter Ballstadt in the right-handed batter's box. I'm Brett Loftus, and I've been pleased to join this evening by Mr. Joe Garwood. And Bowers, we're going to see him out of the windup, rather should I say. First pitch to Carter, low and away off the plate, 1-0 count now.
Yeah, Bowers came in the ball game. Only had to throw 1 pitch to get out of that bases-loaded 2-out jam as Gonzalez skied 1 out to left field. We'll see what Carter can do. Struck out his last time up against Scavato. Also has been hit by a pitch and hit a near home run. Turned into a double off the left center field wall back in the first inning.
1-0 turns to 2-0 up there at the rest near Carter. 2-0 on the way. Carter sends one deep to right field, deep in the sky, should I say, shallow right field. Is this going to be corralled out there by Allison for out number 1? This will bring up Hunter Kane now. Hunter still is not recorded an AB. 3 plate appearances for him as he has walked all 3 times tonight, all on 5 pitches.
Carter looked like he was hunting something that he could drive and just barely got under it. We'll see what Hunter Kane can do. Really what you want here. Down 2 runs, you need a base runner. Get a base runner, get that tie and run up to the plate.
Bowers first one on the way. Hunter doing his best edition of lean back as he's able to move out of the way of that one, 1-0.
Yeah, Hunter Kane, it's got to be weird when you've had these are your 4th plate appearances and you've barely got the bat off your shoulder in the night.
That'll catch the outer half there to even us up at 1-1. Only, keep in mind, that's only the 4th strike Hunter Kane has seen all night long through now his 4th plate appearance here. As Bowers back into the windup. 1-1 on the way. That one will drop in the zone there. Hunter falls behind for his first time this evening. 1-2.
It's a good pitch there by Bowers if you're going to get that call in the inside corner.
Hunter Kane did not like that call at all as he'll look back at the home plate umpire here and be very disgruntled with that one as the home plate umpire called time and dust off home plate.
Yeah,
usually don't see a guy give the body language like that.
Yeah, I would be careful how is Hunter on the next one.
1-2 on the way. This one a swing and a miss, but it'll bounce away into the on deck circle. And Hunter Kane will reach for the 4th time tonight. 3 walks and then a strikeout out. Pass ball is, hey, get it how you live it. He's on base down there at first, and this will bring up Kyle Carlson.
Kane, after the little exchange with the home plate umpire, probably thought he better get the bat off his shoulder on anything near the zone. And Lions will take that. We'll have a pinch runner at first base.
Braden Brooks in the ball game to pinch run out there. As we've seen Bebo, he was able to come in last week. He played against Oglethorpe, and now Braden will come in, and I presume he will now take over the designated hitter duties as well. As now Kyle Carlson up in the dish. Kyle still 0 for 3 tonight. However, we know Kyle doesn't like to stay too cold too long. So we'll see what he can do here at getting Scavato out of the game, his first at-bat against Bowers now. Bowers out of the stretch. First pitch on the way. This one sent out to deep right field. Looked like it hit a wall out there. Allison able to get it there, nailed the foul line for out number 2. Kyle got a good piece of that one, but just not able to get enough of it. About a 300-foot fly ball out there to right field. And this will bring up Tyler Nelson.
So the ball is not carrying super well tonight. It's been getting colder as the night has progressed. Maybe a little bit of a breeze blowing in from the outfield. We'll see what Tyler Nelson can do with 2 outs and a man aboard at first.
Nelly having a pretty good night tonight. 1 for 3. Also has reached via an error as well. So Nelly, through 3 plate appearances, has reached twice. Bebo will get a good secondary over there at first. Nelly will take this one belt high and away. 0-1 count now.
Slide step action there from Bowers. Got a quick strike 1.
Oh, 1 on the way. Bebo goes at second. This one hit out to center field. Atkinson trying to get there, and he will in the right center field gap for out number 3. Hunter Kane able to reach via strikeout and drop third strike. Pitch ran for Braden Brooks, not able to get anything going. Still 4-2 ball game at the conclusion of 7 frames. Heading to the top of the 8th, you're listening to Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. Brett Loftus, Joe Garwood here, P1 in the AC is going to go back out here in the top half of the 8th inning, and why not go ahead and send him out there. Unofficially, we got him at 101 pitches up here in the booth, or at least that's what I got his pitch count at, and he'll go back out here, and he will face Brevard yet again. Brett Loftus, Joe Garwood, 4-2 ball game as the Tornadoes lead here.
I think Coach Justin Scally was using his eyes, saw that Irvin looked very good, probably the best he's looked all night back in that top half of that 6th inning. Or top half of that 7th inning, rather. And we'll see if he can squeeze another inning out of him. But I would say, too, if one base runner reaches, I would not be surprised to see him go to his bullpen. We saw Tyler Roon throwing earlier.
He was throwing about 100% down there now. 5, 6, 7 due up here. Frankie Vasquez leading us off. The 1-0 on the way to him. This one chopped towards the Lions, dugout and foul, even us up at 1-1. And Peyton, we saw him go 5 to 6 innings in non-conference play. His longest outing of the year thus far has been 7 against Webster. Really feel like that arm's conditioned now to go into the 8th inning and still be effective.
Yeah, he was looking strong. Fastball, some of his fastest fastballs of the night in that last inning.
This one chopped back up the middle. This will be played there by Kyle Carlson at third. Thrown over to first for out number 1. Officially the longest outing of the year now for P1, 7 1/3. And this will bring up to the dish the first baseman, Cale Ayler.
Good piece of pitching there. That's that little cutting fastball that Irvin throws that is really tough on right-handed hitters. If he can locate it, if he can start that pitch on the outer corner of the plate and run it just off, and you try to pull that pitch as a right-handed hitter, you're going to roll over to the third baseman every single time.
Peyton still being effective here. Righty-lefty matchup against Ayler, who's 1 for 3 on the night. First pitch to him, chopped off the plate and foul into the Brevard dugout there.
It's that same pitch again, this time working in on the hands of the left-handed hitter. Like we've seen how it almost looks like, I don't even know really Peyton's repertoire extremely well, but it looks like, I don't know if he's trying to cut that ball or if it's just has natural movement on his fastball, but it's been a nightmare for this Brevard lineup.
0-1, fought off there, hit over to Carlson. Kyle tried to make the play. Scotty Lyon will throw it across, and it'll be safe over there at first with Ayler. So now a runner on and 1 out there. We'll see how that one's scored. And this will bring up the DH, Mr. Peter Fumero.
I know I said maybe one base runner and they were going to go get him, but that was just a seeing eye infield single. Carlson had to stretch a long way. It was going to be a tough play. If he couldn't get to it, it was going to be a really tough throw for Scott Lyon with his momentum going toward third base, having to make a strong throw. Left-handed batter's box, shorter run for the runner. We'll see what the substitution is here for the Tornadoes.
Looks like it'll be John Burton III, the senior first base from Hope Mills, North Carolina, going in to hit here. So now a runner on first, and we'll see Burton III come in and hit here. Now will be scored a single from Cale Ayler. He's 2 for 4 on the night now.
Burton III, it does not appear to us, as I can tell, that he has not had an at-bat this year. So this will be his season debut. We'll see what he can do in the big spot. 1 on, 1 out. 4-2 ball game in favor of the Tornadoes as Irvin nearly hit Burton with that first pitch.
Big breaking ball there. P1 just missed him. 1-0 count now. Runner on first, 1 out. Again, you got to feel like Peyton. He's got to hit that fatigue block at any time. However, double play is in play here. So that's going to be the pitcher's best friend as he'll pump fake there.
Irvin has gotten the ball on the ground often tonight. If he can get it on the ground again, that could bode well for the Lions. Get that offense back in the dugout.
Peyton will come set here. 1-0 on the way. This one sent to the left side, through the infield. Shortstop Scotty Lyon diving out from that one just off the end of his glove. Back-to-back 9 hard-hit singles. Runners on first and second and 1 away. This will bring up the catcher of Brett Burchett, and Justin Scally will emerge from the Lions dugout, and that looks and appears to be the end of the line for Peyton Irvin. Tyler Roon will come on the pitch now if it is, and Scales will now signal to the bullpen as Peyton Irvin. He ought and should get a big, big round of applause here from the Lion faithful here at Loudermilk Field. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics here on Brett Lawrence, it's Joe Garwood here. Tyler Rune's going to come in to pitch. Before we talk about Tyler, what a gem from Peyton Irvin here. Peyton goes 7 1/3, 4 runs allowed, only 2 earned to him. 9 hits, did not walk a tornado tonight. Big from Peyton tonight. Not able to walk. Guy had control of everything he thrown in 3 strikeouts. Peyton is in line for the loss, but goodness, that's about one of the best performances I've ever seen exit and be in line for the loss.
That's a tough one for Irvin. Got to hope the Piedmont offense can let him off the hook. I hope Tyler Rune can let him off the hook. 2 out, 2 runners on, 1 out. Rune making his 12th appearance. He leads the team in appearances coming in. He's got 11. He's been solid this year. Rune has been a big breakout performer in his second season with the Lions. The 3.16 ERA. He's got 3 wins on the season. Speaking of contact pitchers, Tyler Rune is that as well. 25 2/3 innings pitched. Only 11 strikeouts, but only 2 walks as well. He will be around the plate.
And Rune, top 5 in Division III innings pitched coming out of the bullpen. So been used quite a lot this year. And we'll see here in a pressure-packed situation with 2 runners on and only 1 away here. 1-0 pitch to Brett Burchett, the Brevard backstop. And so far this evening, Burchett 1 for 3, has been able to reach twice, though, also via an error.
Burchett stung a single up the middle of center field his last at-bat against Irvin. Rune tough on righties, kind of comes that low 3/4 arm slot. A lot of movement on that fastball, and he gets a foul tip there to even the count 1-1.
1-1. Again, Tyler, big sinker, slider, changeup, also throws a fastball as well. He's really got 4 pitches he can go to the well on. However, it's really a really big slider is his primary pitch. He's going to throw that about 60 to 70% of the time, as we've seen it to start his appearance here twice. Throwing it, like you said there, Joe, 3/4 arm slot as he'll look in and come set. He'll look back to second twice. 1-1 on the way. This one will be low. 2-1 now.
He's trying to get something sinking just below the knees, try to induce that ground ball, potential double play. That's where the Lions defense has to be ready. As we mentioned, Rune's a contact pitcher, much like Irvin. The ball will probably be on the infield.
Got to be ready to turn 2 here. Rune working behind 2-1. Here it is on the way to Burchett. Guess that one was just a bit low. Again, some of these calls tonight, we can't tell from up here in the press box, but they look awfully good as Tyler Rune works behind the Brett Burchett. 3-1 now.
So you got to make a pitch right here. Got to maybe get some better ball and play luck if Burchett puts one into play.
3-1 on the way. That one's way off the plate there, and that'll be a 5-pitch walk as now runners are at every bag. Bases loaded, and stepping up, it'll be the center fielder of Jack Atkinson. Atkinson 2 for 3, but has reached base all 3 times.
We're talking about high leverage. This is probably the highest leverage at bat of this ball game. We're on a pinch runner at second base. Looks like that pinch runner for Brevard will be number 55, Jonathan Graves, freshman from Gastonia, North Carolina. As Atkinson will step in with the bases juice, infield in for the Lions. Got to cut that run off at home plate.
And this could be potentially where you get a double play, but the force at home first. As this will be called strike number 1 there, low and away, 0-1 count now.
The only double play Piedmont will get will be one that's going home to back to first base. This is where
2-3 will be the last 2 numbers of that double play. You are correct there.
Absolutely. Not a bad idea for an infield pop-up or a strikeout as well. Every run matters at this point in the ball game.
Rune 0-1 on the way. Same pitch, same result. 0-2 there, that really good slider. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out.
Great pitch there by Rune. We'll see. If I were him, I would try to maybe just try to expand that zone just a little bit farther. Just go a little bit off that plate and see if you can get a chase. Top of the order looming for the Tornadoes.
Tyler Rune will look in and come set. 0-2 will turn to 1-2 now, as that one was about a foot off the plate there. Good waste pitch on 0-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out now.
Looked like Nelson was set up like deep in the left-handed batter's box on that one. Even though Rune hit the glove, it was well outside.
This could potentially be a big limit here if the Lions can hang up a 0. Down by 2 in the late innings here in the top of the 8th. 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss there. Tyler Rood, big strikeout here. And out number 2. The Lions defense will play regular here again. Tyler with 2 outs. This will bring up, turn over the lineup card to Zach Allison. And boy, still a big at bat here. But to get that second out right there is huge, Joe Garwood.
That's big. You can move your infield back now. You got force at any base. Huge. Looked like Roon, good sequencing there. Got the first 2 pitches called in the outside corner, went off the plate away, and then came back to the inner half to get the swing and miss.
Roon will come set. Still bases juiced and 2 away. Big slider there, won't catch the zone. 1-0 now. Again, just a big situation in a 2-run ball game. The Milk Jug magic is very real. Lions able to score a lot of runs and very often in the bottom halves of the 8th and 9th innings at home this year. But you got to be within reaching distance, and they are right now. 1-0 on the way. Roon, big slider there, out of catch right at the knees. 1-1. And, Joe, I got to ask you, I don't want to speak too far ahead, but if we do get out of this right here, do you bring Carter Ballstat in the top of the 9th?
I think you have to. I would very much, if Piedmont is able to escape this inning and then get at least a run, I would definitely expect to see number 26.
You got to get out of this one first, though. Good slider there from Roon yet again. Looked like at the knees. Instead, it'll be called a ball. 2-1 now.
That was a big swing pitch there. Roon tried to get Allison to expand his zone on the slider off the plate. He did not do it, and now he's got a plus count for him at 2-1.
Tyler will look in here and come set. Big pitch on the way here. 2-1. This will chop down to third. Oh, it gets under the glove of Kyle Carlson. 1 comes home to soar. Gonzalez comes up. Throw it, and 2 come across the score to make it a 6-2 ball game.
Looked like the in-between hop there. Carlson maybe expected a bigger hop, and it stayed down, got right underneath his glove. And that's a big couple of runs for the Tornadoes there.
That'll be ruled as an E5.
Both runs charged to Peyton Irvin.
6-2 ball game now, as this will bring up Blake Burchett. 5 errors on the night now for Piedmont. As Roon will look back at second. Twice. Deliver this one home to Burchett. Good slider. Missed probably about 4 inches off the plate, if that. 1-0 count now.
Roon got to limit the damage. 4 runs. We've seen that be overcome. Lions have 6 outs still to play with. Got to try to limit the damage, stop the bleeding.
One 0 on the way. This one sit down the first base line, stung, but it'll be a foul, as it'll be 1-1 now. And Joe, I hate to be that guy, but 6-2 ball game, and there have been 2 errors tonight that the Lions have surrendered 2 runs on each, and that's been the difference pretty much in the ball game.
Yeah, we've had the 2 pitchers that Piedmont has thrown out there today, Peyton Irvin and Tyler Room. Similar types of pitchers. They're pitch-to-contact guys, low-walk guys. The ball's going to be in play a lot. And when the ball's in play a lot, that's going to be more chances for your infield. And unfortunately for the Lions, they have made 5 errors on the evening.
Again, Roon behind in the count here, 2 balls and 1 strike. Again, not out of reach for the Lions, but that does hurt with the 2 runs scoring for Brevard. As Tyler will look in and come set. 2-1 on the way. That'll catch the outer half. Good pitch there to even us back up. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Deuce is wild for the 3rd time this evening.
Big pitch here. We'll see if he goes back away with the slider or maybe tries to freeze him inside with that 2-seam sinker.
Big pitch on the way. Roon will look back at second once, twice. 2-2 on the way. This one chopped to the left side. It'll be in the third base coaching box there, as we'll do 2-2 for a second time.
Irvin and Roon, that spot right in front of home plate has been worn out with balls being hit into the ground here in this one.
2 runs on 4 hits, 5 errors for Piedmont. 6 runs on 9 hits, 2 errors for Brevard. As Roon will look in and come set. 2-2 again. like that was a check swing, and it'll say it got him on the hand. So a hit by a pitch there. As they'll say, he was able to check his swing. So Burchett jets down the first, and this will bring up the 3-hole hitter of Jason Jucker, as bad seems to go to worse there, Joe.
Yeah, tough one. Looked like he fooled Burchett there and just caught him on the hand. Now bases juice for Jucker, who has already left the yard once tonight. Solo home run off of Peyton Irvin. Big chance for Brevard to really blow this game wide open if Jucker is able to come through.
2 outs here. Top of the 8th inning. 2 runs already across. 6-2 ball game as Brevard leads. Roon will look in here. Bases loaded. This one sit back up the middle. Gilson in. He'll just run over and tag the pillow at second for out number 3. Another 2-run error for the Lions as they trail by 4. Heading to the bottom of the 8th inning. They got a chance to put some runners on the board and on the base paths. Hopefully you're listening to Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. Brett Loftus, Joe Garwood here from Louder Milk Field, as we'll see a pinch hitter to begin the inning for us, as it'll be James Whitmer. Again, Joe, you alluded to start the game. Owen Helgeson started at first, as you had the left-hander Scavato to start. Bryce Bowers now in, throwing it from the right side. So we'll see James Whitmer here to begin the bottom half of the 8th. He'll take a first pitch strike on the outer half. 0-1.
Lions coach Justin Scally going for the platoon advantage again, getting the left-handed hitter against the right-handed thrower. You just need base runners. You're down 4. Don't try to do too much. Just work the count. See a lot of pitches. See if you can start something up.
1-1 count now. Bowers versus Whitmer. Comes the delivery here. James swinging a miss at that one. They'll say it was foul tipped. 1-2 now, as it'll be 7, 8, 9 here. Whitmer, Lyon, and Gilson due up.
Whitmer 6 for 35 on the season, trying to get something going.
1-2 on the way to James. He'll send this one to the right side. A good diving play there from Ayler. And it looked like the pitcher didn't touch the bag. Maybe he got a corner of it, as the first base umpires say that he did. And James will.
It's close play. Looks like Coach Justin Scally.
James will still stand there on the bag. Justin Scally will come out and ask about this one. It did look like the pitcher missed the bag there.
It was hard to tell. Looks like maybe the first base umpire is saying the pitcher drug his back foot across the bag. We're going to have a little discussion between the home plate umpire and the first base umpire.
James is still staying out there, and Coach Scally just wanted some clarification. They'll still call James out regardless. So that'll be out number 1, and this will bring up Scotty Lyon. Scott still without an AB tonight, having a pretty good night. 2 walks and a sac fly and an RBI for him.
3 productive at-bats for Scott Lyon. We'll see if he can continue that here against first at-bat against Bowers.
It'll be a ball here. 1-0 count now, and again, Lions just need base runners. If you can only bring a run across, bring a run across. You got it. You feel like you need 1 here in the bottom half of the 8th to be able to hopefully win it or tie it in the bottom of the 9th. That'll even us up at 1-1. And again, just been really two big defensive plays for the Lions tonight. Two errors that have cost the Lions 4 runs. As a 1-1 on the way here, this will be fouled into the backstop. 1-2 count now.
I think Bowers is a good compliment to come in after Scavato. Different arm angles. Obviously, one coming from the right side. Scavato coming from the left side, throwing a lot of softer stuff. Bowers a little bit more heat on the fastball, a little different shape to the breaking ball.
1-2 on the way. That's going to be low and across the shoestrings there. 2 balls, 2 strike count now.
Very different deliveries, too. Scavato's is like kind of long, a lot of arms and legs coming at you. Bowers more compact, almost throwing at you like a catcher.
And a swing and a miss there from Scotty Lyon in out number 2. And this will bring up Jack Gilson. And Jack, a big RBI single his last time up.
Gilson may be the best at-bat of the night for the Lions with runner in the scoring position. He took what the pitcher gave him, poked a single through the right-hand side for Piedmont's second run of the ball game. See if he can get a rally started with 2 outs, turn the lineup over to the top.
Bowers into the windup. Looks like he's on cruise control right now. First pitch breaking ball catches the inner half. 0-1.
Big 12-6 curve, stealing strike 1 there from Bowers.
0-1 on the way. Another big breaking ball catches the top of the zone. 0-2 now. Oh, 2 on the way to Gilson in. Fastball will not catch the outer half. I think about all of the Brevard infielders and outfielders are ready to jog off the field. Instead, we'll do 1-2 now. Gilson takes another big breaking ball there. That'll run us back even. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. As Deuce is wild for the 4th time this evening.
Try to get fastball, upper right-hand, upper outside quadrant. Just missed, then tried to spin the breaking ball, so he goes with 2-2.
2-2, Jack just able to fight that one off. And we'll do 2-2 for a second time.
Good job by Gilson to spoil that one. That was a tough pitch.
Bowers into the windup, 2-2. Gilly able to send this one down the first baseline. Will it stay in play? It will not. Into the Brevard bullpen it goes. We'll do 2-2 for a 3rd time.
Been impressed with the at-bats of Gilson, and so far tonight he's done a good job. Seeing a lot of pitches, staying in the count, spoiling good potential strikeout pitches.
Two on the way to Jack. This one will bounce at 57 feet. That'll run it full at 3-2 now to Gilson. And again, Bowers looks to be unhittable out the windup. 3-2 on the way. Gilly fights another one off. Good AB from him thus far. 3-2.
Not going down easy. Got to admire the fight with Gilson and putting up a quality AB with 2 outs. Nobody on here in the bottom of the 8th.
3-2 on the way. Gilly swings under that fastball for out number 3. 1-2-3, the Lions go. They trail by 4, heading to the top of the 9th inning. You are listening to Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. Lions trail 6-2 here in the top of the ninth inning. I'm Brett Loftus, and joining me here in the booth, Mr. Joe Garwood, as it looks like we'll have due up here 4, 5, and 6. Doug for president, man. St. Peter's able to win 67-64 to head to the Elite Eight as a 15-seeded NCAA tournament. Got some other scores right now.
Cinderella run continues. We have Kansas beating Providence 57-50, late stages of that ball game. UNC versus UCLA coming up.
This was chopped off the plate. It'll stay and roll down the third base line in fair play. But Cal Crossing will just toss it out, as they'll say it was fouled off the plate here. As Mr. Logan Clark, 2 for 4 on the evening. Tyler Roon still back out there on the bump.
Where if you're Tyler Roon, got to keep up what you did last inning. He's been pretty effective so far. He's one of the reasons he's so effective. He's able to eat innings out of the bullpen and save up other guys to be able to be fresh for the rest of the series. And one of the reasons he's able to do that is because he's been able to throw strikes consistently, only 3 walks on the season.
Roon will look in here, come set. 0-1 on the way. Good slider there. Maybe a hair off the plate. That'll even us up at 1-1.
Good pitch by Roon. Not sure how Clark was able to stay off of that one.
One on the way from Tyler. Same pitch, different result. As that slider is a called strike number 2. 1-2 count now.
Roon's gone away 3 consecutive pitches. We'll see if he stays with that trend or goes back inside.
1-2 on the way. He'll go inside this time. This one's fought off out there to right field. Good running catch there from Noah Aaron for out number 1. So now with 1 out, the third baseman, Frankie Vasquez, up.
Aaron, as we mentioned, he's a lot of times we saw him come in as Carter Ballstat's defensive replacement in center field when Carter would come in to pitch. So he's a very adept defensive outfielder and got a great jump on that one, able to steal a hit from Logan Clark.
6-2 ball game, top of the ninth here as Brevard leads over Piedmont here in game 1 of this 3-game set. First USA South Conference Series of the year for Piedmont. As the first pitch on the way here to Vasquez, 0-1. Brevard able to take 2 out of 3 from Maryville as they currently lead the USA South 2-1 record. They look to make it 3-1 here, barring a Lions come back in the bottom of the ninth. Hopefully we do get one of those, down by 4. As Roon's 0-1 on the way. This one sent down the right field line, foul and out of play, 0-2. As I mentioned towards the top of the broadcast, towards earlier in the game, this is the last ever conference series between Brevard and the Lions for the foreseeable future, at least, as the Lions will leave the USA South after this year and join the Collegiate Conference of the South, and Brevard will stay in the USA South. So maybe some potential semi-permanent bragging rights here. Seeing who can take this series. 0-2 on the way. Tyler Roon, ring him up. Big slider there on the outer half and a 3-pitch strikeout for out number 2.
Got to give some credit, too. Speaking about Brevard, the trajectory of the program. Last time they came here was in 2019. And Piedmont put a couple of run rule victories in a doubleheader on the Tornadoes. But this is a program that's consistently gotten better over the past couple of years. Now they are a formidable opponent in the USA South.
You never won a game here at the Milk Jug, as they're up 6-2 here in the top of the ninth. First pitch here to Cale Ayler will be off the plate there. 1-0 count now. Ayler 2 for 4 on the night. We've seen the long left-handed bat here in the Brevard lineup swinging pretty well. 1-0 on the way. That'll be a slider that just backs in on the outer half, even us up at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Good pitch there. Got Ayler backing off the plate on that one. Looked like a little 2-seam action. Tough arm angle, even for a left-hand hitter. You think a left-handed hitter might pick it up a little bit better, but still not a typical arm angle that you see.
1-1 on the way. Ayler swings under that one. That was a good pitch there from Tyler to get ahead now, 1-2.
Brett, you mentioned his repertoire. He's got four pitches he can go to. Not typical reliever. Most of the time relievers are relievers because they only have a couple pitches to go to, but not Roon. He's got the sinker, and that time he elevated a little 4-seam fastball that Ayler was unable to catch up to.
Roon 1 pitch away from getting out of it and trying to start a Lions rally here in the bottom of the ninth. 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss there. Tyler Roon. Back-to-back strikeouts here as I call it a foul tip and a caught strike number 3. Either way, a swinging strikeout. And now headed to the bottom of the ninth. The Lions trail 6-2. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. If you want to get a rally started, you want the top of the lineup to come up. 1, 2, 3 due up here, bottom of the ninth inning. Noah Aaron, Alex Gonzalez, Carter Ballstad. Noah Aaron, he's been a rally starter all night long. 1 for 2, reached by hit by a pitch and a walk. Bryce Bauer still on the mound there for Brevard. First pitch ball, 1-0 count. Brett Loftus, Joe Garwood alongside me. It's been a great night. Hopefully the Lions can make it even better. They can come back down by 4 here in the bottom of the ninth. 1-0 swing and a miss there. So like it was dropped by Burchett, even us up at 1-1.
Bowers has been impressive out of the bullpen. He entered with the bases loaded, up to 2 outs. Got a first pitch fly out to get out of the 7th. And he's been outstanding.
1-1 on the way. A big curveball there. Noah hits it up in the air. A ton out to shallow right field. Will they catch it? No, ball falls. Noah's trying to go to second. He'll belly flop slide in there. Noah Aaron able to start a rally as he ends up on second. We'll see what the official scoring is. I assume that would be a single and then an E whatever to reach the second. No, they'll score a double. Pardon me there, Joe Garwood. So
that's that classic Bermuda Triangle where you got the right fielder, the first baseman, the second baseman converging. It really probably should be the right fielder's ball if he can get to it. When you got 3 bodies converging there, that's always going to be a tricky play, even for the highest level of baseball. And Aaron put the ball in play. Piedmont needed base runners, and they got one right now.
With plus speed as well. Alex Gonzalez now out there. So he'll step up here. He'll take one up and out of his own. 1-0 count now. No action in the Brevard bullpen, by the way.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to, as good as Bowers has thrown, they're going to let him try to finish this one off. 4-run lead. A lot of cushion.
1-0. Send out the deep left field. This ball's going to the track. It'll stop out there. Clark will get his nose under it. Goodness gracious. Alex Gonzalez has got into so many of those this year, and it just hits a wall out there in left field.
Yeah, it looks like he just barely got under it. Maybe a little warmer afternoon instead of a cold night. That one would have carried out of here. Just barely got under it. Now we'll see what Carter can do with 1 out, 1 on.
Carter Ballstat 1 for 3 this evening, as Carter had a double his first time around. He also was he was hit by a pitch, and he struck out and flown out as well. Big breaking ball there, like try to quit pitch here from Bowers, 1-0. Grant Olson will actually be on deck here to pinch hit.
Yeah, as Hunter Kane was lifted as a pinch runner a couple innings ago.
1-0. Carter sends this one to the left side. Hard hit. That ball has eyes in the left field. Noah Aaron coming around third. They come up throwing. Aaron throw. Not able to get it out is Clark. And Carter should have been a single, able to go to second. So they trade places. Lions trail by 3 now. 6-3. That brings up to the plate Grant Olson. That was one of the most awkward plays I've ever seen out there. Looked like Clark just couldn't get out of his hand.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to come up, try to throw out Aaron at home plate, and it just slipped out of his hand. Carter, a depth runner, took second base. Still work to do. Tying run now in the on-deck circle with 1 out. We'll see if Grant Olson can come up with a big at-bat.
Kyle Carlson, indeed, the tying run on deck as Gio steps up to the dish. First pitch to him, up and out of the zone, a 1-0 count now. And again, Lions, you got to get a rally going any way you can as they're able to bring a run across here. It's only the second inning they've scored in as they brought across 2 in the bottom half of the 6th. As they have not scored since then. 1-0, Carter's trying to swipe third. This throws almost into left field, and Carter is safe. Called ball at the plate, 2-0 count now. As Carter will get stolen base number 18 on the year.
Stolen base for Carter, dangerous play. Down 3 runs with 1 out. Carter's run doesn't really matter, but if you get it, you better be safe, and he was.
You know what they say. Coach Harris, Coach Craig, Coach Scally, these Piedmont coaches, very aggressive on the base pass, and you're seeing it right there. Actually, called strike there. 1-1, big breaking ball, another called strike, 1-2 now. I'm with you, Joe. I don't think I'm sending him there, but hey, Carter, able to get his hand in there, able to steal his 18th bag of the year. You look like a genius because it worked.
If anybody's earned the benefit of the doubt, it's the Carter ball stat.
That's a big breaking ball there. Won't break on the outer half. Gio works it even, 2-2 count now. Bowers looking for the sign and comes set. 2-2 on the way. Swing and a miss to the fastball there. Center cut. Grant just couldn't get to it, and that'll be out number 2. Now up to the dish, it'll be Kyle Carlson with Kyle coming up. Now that'll transfer still the tying run on deck in the form of Tyler Nelson. You got to worry about the guy at the plate here, though, Joe Garwood.
Carlson has been a little bit too quiet tonight for our liking. Looks like he's due. He stung a ball, lined out to shortstop to start his evening. We'll see if he can come up, keep the line moving, keep the Lions alive.
He'll send this one out to right center field. This ball's carrying a bit, but it'll knock down, and it'll be caught there by Zach Allison for out number 3. Final score here from the Milk Jug, 6-3. Brett Loftus, Joe Garwood, Piedmont University Athletics post-game show. Another good ball game. Our first really good home start we've seen here from Peyton Irvin this year as Peyton goes 7 1/3, able to end up with – it gives up 9 hits, but did not walk a single tornado, 3 strikeouts as well. Just kind of talk about Peyton's night and just how the Brevard offense able to place balls well, but capitalize off of Piedmont mistakes.
Yeah, positive of the night. Peyton Irvin, probably one of his best starts all season. He looked really well, gave the team a chance to win. Unfortunately, the 5 errors from the Lions, tough to overcome that, but the series is still up for grabs. Got to win the last 2. Got a ball game tomorrow. Should be a big crowd here at the Milk Jug.
Yes, Piedmont Baseball Alumni Day. Matthew Scavato, the winning pitcher, as he goes 5 2/3, 2 runs allowed, no earned from him. Also walked 6 and 5 strikeouts. For Brevard offensively, they were carried there by the middle of their lineup. Jason Jucker with a solo homer, as well as Logan Clark going 2 for 5. They also had 9 hits on the evening. Got to give a shout out to Noah Aaron, 2 for 3 yet again. He's been placed in the lineup, and he just continues to do his thing. Again, series not over. Far from over as Brevard takes game 1. Lions shoddy defense, kind of the story of it, as they lose 6-3. Tomorrow, big alumni day, large crowd if you're coming out to Louder Milk Field. Also, make sure you bundle up. It's going to be a very windy one here in Demers, GA, and then we'll also have Sunday as well. Tomorrow at 3 p.m., Sunday at 2 p.m. I want to thank Danielle Percival, Troy Wyman, Michael Thomason, Jade Edwards, and as always, Mr. Joe Garwood. Love having you on here with me. I'm Brett Loftus. Thank you for listening to Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. Have a safe night. We'll see you here tomorrow at Louder Milk Field. May God bless you all, and win, lose, or draw, always go Lions.
See ya. Appreciate it.